You know what?
We're here.
We're here. We're here. We're alive. Yeah. Welcome everybody. We're in mid conversation. Good evening to George Schumacher. George Schumacher. To Jennifer, who was here last week. Silas, who was here last week, cheering on Stefan. And SimRacer 24/7, who I can't remember who you shout for, but I'm sure you'll tell me in a minute. This is BSTV, and we are in the Algarve. Alan.
Yes, lovely, lovely.
Yeah, I feel like getting a lounger out and going to the beach, to be honest. We
Well,
are
this is
at...
it's
Go
not
on.
a restful place, Pete. This
Yeah.
track isn't restful.
Is it not? Oh, okay.
No.
So we're at the Algarve. This is Portimao. You're in week 10 of this 12-week series of season 16 of the TCR Challenge Cup. We are in Miguel's backyard, as it says on the screen. This is Miguel Freitas' home track. I'm expecting remarkable things from him. That doesn't build him up too much, I'm sure. We've got a 44-degree track. I'm Pete Bingham, and Sir Alan Toon is with me in the booth.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Pete.
Yeah.
Even though we've been having a real gossip.
We have for quite a long time yet. Sam Boozen isn't with us tonight. He's absent. He's got other commitments. He'll join us at some point in the future when the time suits him. And good evening to Marco Lewert on the chat, also cheering on Stefan Goebel. Fantastic track, as I'm led to believe. I've only done a handful of laps in the rain in a GT3 in it, and it was exciting, but you don't really get to experience the track very well. So we're going to do that tonight, folks. We have it's a new track to the service, whenever we run new tracks, the attendance is down generally. However, on this occasion, not the case, Alan.
Oh, that's great news, Pete.
It is. We've got 24 drivers. There's only 22 on your screen at the moment, and there's more to join, I think. There's quite a few that have either not got the track, not available this week, or something else. I think someone's practicing for Nürburgring 24, which you mentioned just before the broadcast. And nobody can argue with that because it's a difficult track to manage at the best of times.
Unless you're Pete and Sam, who had a great
right.
performance there this week.
We did all right. Yeah, it wasn't a shocking experience. We'll talk about that later. As most people will notice, at the beginning of 6:30 this evening, there was no session launching. That's because Pete had no money in his account. So I'm utterly dependent upon Mr. Wilson of Jamie. Launching the qualifying session at 7:45 this evening UK time. So if it doesn't happen, it's nothing to do with Jamie. It's all to do with me not having money in my account. Let's make that very clear right now. I've told him there's no pressure. It's a BSTV broadcast. Timing is it's not exactly of the essence, is it? Seeing as we miss I miss half the ends of the races, Alan.
I don't mind because, and I'm sure our happy listeners don't mind. It's because we're into it. We're into it, mate. We enjoy this. We're here for the thrills and spills, the same as everybody else. We love this thing, and it's distracting.
Absolutely is. I love this league. It's absolutely brilliant. There we go. Autodromo International Algarve on your screen right now. Right, let's go and have a look at what's going on in the league, though. Because it hotted up last week. Where's my thing? There. Right, Pro League, the showbiz one. Spencer McCarthy has now wrestled the lead away from Miguel Freitas. It's not by a massive amount, but it's pretty chunky. 52 points is his lead. Pete Newman is in third place and not that far behind Miguel, only 35 points behind. Sam Blees, multiple champion, is in fourth place, only like 21 points behind Pete Newman. And then in fifth, Stephen Walker. He's been stealthing this, Alan. He's slowly crept his way forward. I wouldn't write him off. I honestly wouldn't.
I would never write Stephen off. He's so incredibly consistent.
Yeah, and when you've got...
He's been turning in good little finishes, hasn't he? Without, sort of not leaping up and getting on the top, but he's been there scoring consistent, solid points every week.
Yeah, I blame luck. I don't know what your thoughts are. Jamie...
he's incredibly lucky.
Jamie Jeffrey in sixth place there. Had a couple of unfortunate races in this series, and obviously never gets to race every race week, sorry. And then Wobbly in seventh, who we won't mention ever again. Is he here tonight? I think he might be.
I
No,
hope
he's
so.
not. No, I think he's running around Holland
Oh,
again,
is he running again?
aimlessly. Yeah,
It is that time of year for them, Pete. You know,
it
these
is.
runners,
Yeah.
they get when the spring comes, they start feeling their sap rising.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So Pro-Am, Carl Hardy on 554 points. Remember, we're on the right-hand column, folks. Oh, someone's giving me hearts. I must return the hearts on the.
Oh,
Oh no, it's lovely, isn't it?
that's
Love it.
sweet.
Yeah, there we go. Anyway, Jamie Wilson, look at what he's doing. Look at what he's doing. He's creeping up the order in a very whoever it was we were mentioning a minute ago kind of way. He's only 34 points off Carl Hardy now, and he's been very regularly scoring. So Carl Hardy charging headlong forward on Pro-Am with Jamie Wilson not far behind, and Remy Malaberti also not far behind. There's more people giving me hearts. What's going on here? Oh, so much love, so much love. Maybe it's Jennifer. You know. Anyway, Tony Walker in fourth. He had a rough start to the season. He's doing well now.
Yeah,
Russell Cowell's had a very stable series, in my opinion. He's kept his nose clean, he's kept his head down, and he's got on with it, and he's doing really well. 5th place.
He's putting some good performances as well. He has some really good drives in there where he's had to really put it out, and he's led the races and things.
Yeah,
good to see Russell doing well, really is. And there's nothing in these points is at the top of these leagues.
No,
they're all
not.
subject to change, even though we're so close to the end here.
Yeah, and we are going to change the point system for next season, and I'll explain that later. But it's so that it's less, so that you end up not going into a minus. But we'll talk about that later on. Right, next, AM category. I'm going to take a swig of wine. I have to. It's medicinal.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, I'll take some of this medicinal. Some Navulin.
Yeah, whiskey. Yeah. Right, so in AM, David Ayres leads the way on 253. Hang on one sec. That chest infection is still kicking in, Alan.
Pete is suffering. He's got another man flu. Can you believe it? Yeah, he's suffering. He's suffering.
I'm just going to be pressing hearts all night. Even into Kurt. And there's quite a lot of CCTV, that's Cutting Corny TCR team. Fans in the chat at the minute.
Oh, good. Well, they've been doing great, haven't they?
They have been doing fantastic. We'll talk about teams in a second, actually. So Fiona is in second on 157, and then Chris Dixon, 29 points behind on 127. Oh,
he's doing great in third. Is Chris? This is
somebody with celebrations. Celebrations.
Oh, lovely. What's that?
A smiley face. Oh, getting carried away. Anyway, right, so, and Jason Haddington, who was leading this, he's now on 110, and he's not participating in... Oh, hang on. I'm sure this will work out by the end of the night.
Pete choking to death, the poor sausage.
I know.
But what I can say about Jason is that he's had the most atrocious luck these last few weeks, hasn't he?
He has, and he's not participating for the rest of the season due to holidays and other such things. So that's where he will finish, probably. Right, let's go to team standings. So, Hydra Race lead the way, Geodesic, of course, lead the way on 1,818 points, with Spectre 6 500 points behind.
Wow.
Ish. It's a big gap. And then Safeguard by result in third on 1,112.
These are still hefty totals.
Oh, they are.
Over 1,000 points.
Yeah,
but, that is, Hydra Race have done what a job they've done this season.
Yeah, absolutely right. Driver of the meeting, Spencer McCarthy, stands just proud of everybody else on 4. Pete Newman in second on 3. And then two drivers in joint third place, Jamie Jeffrey and Jamie Wilson. Team Jamie, they are not team members, of course. Both have 2 points and share third spot. And there's a whole bunch of people on 1 point.
Yeah.
Is this session going to be advanced?
Oh, hang on.
Sticking their heads above the parapet and showing some class and some style,
It
some
will be
kindness,
about
and
1 minute.
all the other things that get you noticed here.
Yep.
You can get noticed without winning races and without being super fast.
You can.
You just need to do that thing that catches somebody's eye. It can be a gentlemanly act. It can be a great overtake. It can be an act of compassion. It can be anything. But yeah, it's why we've got such a wide spread. But at the top, we've got some serious people, Pete and Spencer, have been driving magnificently, and the Jamies also, yet again, more outstanding driving. So if they're going to keep doing that, they're going to keep getting points.
Absolutely. I'm in a competition at the minute with whoever it is that's on the YouTube chat. I'm pressing the heart button and the faces button. Absolutely strobing them at the minute. I'm determined to win.
It has to be quick because you've typed like grease lightning.
Yes, I do. I type quite fast. Sometimes unintelligibly. So, Jamie Wilson leads the Safe Driver Award by a little bit over JB Dejoux. And then Kevin Daniels, who we've not seen excuse me, anything of for quite a long time, is in third place.
He's still in third.
Yeah, still in third. Remarkable, isn't it?
Come on, Kevin. Come back to us.
Right then. Wilson of Jamie has clearly done his job very well because we have gone into practice, into qualifying. Hang on a sec. Oh dear. Hopefully I'll recover from this at some point soon.
Wow.
I've got a broadcast to do for 3 hours. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more hearts. More hearts. There's not enough hearts in the world, Alan. There we go. There's plenty now.
If they're encouraging you, that's all to the good, because it's great that you're here and trying hard for these people when you're feeling so lousy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, there's some shocked faces now as well as hearts. There we go. Right, okay. That was fun. Right, so everybody piles out onto the track. Jamie Jeffrey, who's on the screen at the minute, was one of the fastest drivers in that practice session. If you were watching the timing towers before we disappeared. And I think there's good things going to come from him. We should really show Big Mig. Where's he gone? There he is, Big Mig. In a bit of traffic, actually. He doesn't want to be there. In his own back garden, which is the Algarve. He lives in Porto. Well, that's where I sent his certificate to for last season. Anyway, oh yeah, we need to talk about that, Alan. Are you seated? Are you comfortable?
I am, Pete. I'm ready.
Brace yourself, because here it is. It's the trophy. Season 16's champion will receive this wonderful, wonderful 100% plastic, no expense spent trophy. In the post, it weighs nothing at all. I could probably get it there for free, to be fair, because it will just float there on its own.
Just throw it out the garden.
Throw it out the garden. It will make its way to wherever it's supposed to be. All the smiley faces and hearts. Let's go, guys. Come on, let's break YouTube. We're going to break YouTube. This is it. This is what we're going to do. Right, okay. But that is the reward for the winner of the overall champion of Season 16. I'm purchasing Season 17s at the minute. It's a step up.
There's another one of those, is there?
Oh, there is. Or there will be. And it doesn't exist yet. It's yet to happen.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's definitely a trophy worth going for. But yeah, I sent his certificates to Porto. Hang on.
I think, local track, Miguel's a handful on any track. Is in his own backyard.
Yeah.
He's going to be a handful
immense,
for
isn't he?
anybody.
Right.
And, Jamie as well. You mentioned Jamie. Of course, he's a real-world driver. This track isn't going to have any fears for him, but it scared me to death a couple of times with the plungers and the hairpin bends and the gradient shifts and everything. It can be a tricky old place to get around.
Yeah, it's it doesn't, even when you look at the diagram of the track, it doesn't look simple. I'm gonna, I don't know. Are you able to track map this one or not? Are you able to talk us around a lap, do you think?
Well, I could try, but probably not.
Right, okay. Well, let's have a look at a lap on board with Big Mig. If anybody's going to be able to do a decent job of this track, it's going to be him. Let's see, where do I think he is at the minute? I think he's like halfway around
look at this bend. These hairpin bends, they're wicked, honestly, and they can really splatter you. They can. This is another one. It's really tight. You go wide here and you're lost.
Right.
And it's another right-hander that follows really, really close on its heels, and it plunges downhill. And it's a real plunge, and you don't lift, and you bloody got your foot against the boards, and then you hard on the brakes because it's going to go around the blooming corner and start rising up again. It's going to come to some horrible blooming hill that wants to kill you.
Yeah, so over the stripe we go with Miguel. He's in the tow of one of the Spectre cars. I think it's Tony. Tony Walker ahead of him. We've got Primera, which is the first corner, if I've got that right. Yeah, it's a sweeping right-hander. Excuse me. And then off towards Lagos, which is very, very tight right-hand hairpin. Then we're through this little sweeping left-hander up and over the hill onto a back... Well, it's not a back straight. Well, it is a back straight, isn't it? It's not quite a straight, though. It's got a bit of a kink in it halfway through. One side. And then into Torvit.
Yeah, another
ridiculous.
corner. They tighten up something horrible. These corners, they look very innocuous as you approach them. You think, oh, well, that won't be a big deal. But then they tighten up so.
Yeah, so through what is turn 5 and into turn 8, up to Samsung corner, which is this right-hander, a bit more tight. Tony's bailed out. And then the track straightens up over the crest of this hill. Goes plunging downhill again towards Craig Jones corner. Sweep through here, that's nice and fast. Lots of camber with you through that corner. And then up and over Portimao.
I've been here in a GT car in the rain, Pete.
Have you?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Oh, okay, that seems like an interesting one. This corner reminds me of Okayama for no reason whatsoever. As we make our way back to where we were when we kind of joined
There's
Miguel
plenty
first
of
time.
width, isn't there? There's plenty of width on the track, you know. This is it's like a red rag to a bull with this lot.
It
Give them
is,
a bit of room.
And I can see lots of places for overtaking opportunities, but I'll be told differently when we get into the interviews. And then off and on to the start-finish straight again. So, fantastic lap. Thank you for that, Big Mig. But at the moment, Spencer McCarthy is the fastest man on track, or was. Depends on what Miguel does right now. No, Miguel has not beaten that time. Oh, and there goes Spencer sideways. That was well caught, it has to be said.
Yeah.
Just stamp on the gas and you'll be fine. It's a front-wheel drive car after all.
Well, he's a pretty dab hand with handling a car, isn't he?
He is.
Spencer, let's face it. And
Current
I think
reigning...
we're kind of quietly rooting for him this season because I think we would both love him to have one of those cameras on his window, wouldn't we?
Yep. I'm just pouring more hearts into the YouTube chat. So yeah, Spencer, currently he's not reigning champion. He is the current leader of the championship. Reigning champion is Sam Blease, who was in second place, and I was about to switch to, which I have done now. Oh, more hearts.
Well, Stephen's popped in the fast one. Look at that. There's nothing in it, is there?
No, I was going to mention that.
Zero zeros.
Yes, that is. There's nothing, literally nothing between them. You couldn't get a Rizzler paper between those two cars if they were on the same bit of tarmac. So Stephen Walker takes second provisionally from Sam Blease. So again, Hydro Race Geodesic showing well in qualifying. Sam, Alan. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry. Go on.
No, Pete's been here. Pete was here with the GTs in the rain, so
Really?
he knows something about this track as well. Yeah.
Okay, so Pete, I've not seen out of the midfield yet. Maybe he's got.
No, he
instant
does.
points.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
Rene Earhart behind him. Where is Rene? There. Yep. I'm just trying to find him on my timing screen, folks. He's doing all right. He's in 6th at the moment for all those cutting corny fans, and his teammate Dietmar Hoos is in 12th provisionally at the moment.
I've been very impressed with them since they joined the league.
Very good. Very good.
It's right in like hand in a glove, and they're just great racers, aren't they?
Yeah, a couple of rough races right at the beginning, but they are showing that this league can bring people forward, and they are becoming more consistent and moving up the standings. Not that Rene had far to go, to be honest. He was an exceptional driver, straight out of the box.
You don't walk into a top 10 position in this league unless
No.
you've got it on the ball.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, it's tough at the top in here. We've got some very, very rapid drivers. And if you can slot yourself comfortably into the top 10, then that takes some doing. It's more than I could ever do, that's for sure. And,
Yeah.
it's great to see these guys coming in and having a good time. enjoying the racing. I mean, that's the whole point of it. We want people to enjoy the racing, and I think you can with this league. It gives you every opportunity to race hard, but race fair and enjoy the racing against other fine drivers.
Well said, yeah, and I think very, very accurate. Jamie Wilson is having a great time here. So far, this is one of his best qualifying sessions I think I've seen. 10th place at the moment, and only 2 steps. Well, look at where Tony Walker is. What the hell?
Yeah, it's an outlet though, so there's something going on there a bit.
Well, no, his time is right up there with the pro guys at the very, very top. He's only 0.08, sorry.
Why has he got that outlet thing on his?
Oh, just because he's pitted the car to get fresh tyres, I think. So he's
coming out with cold tyres and he's doing that kind of pace.
It's obscene, isn't it? Should be banned. But no man. As Miguel rises to the top. There we go. I did wonder when he'd feature. I think he's been sandbagging all the way through practice. Not that there was much practice, because somebody didn't have any money in his account. Not saying it was me. Okay, I'm just saying. But yeah, he has not demolished the field. It's only 0.132 of a second faster than Spencer McCarthy, but it's pretty rapid. And look how the field has worked out, Alan. Nearly all the blues together, nearly all the greens together, and all of the AMs together.
I just think you got when you did the initial split of the timing and everything, you just did a really good job on it. You got it so close to right. All you've had to do is make a couple of minor adjustments over the season.
I got Renee wrong. And I got who else did I get wrong? I got Wayne. Where's Wayne? Where is Wayne? Is he not here? He's not here. That's a shame. But yeah, those are the only 2 I've got like way off, and that's only because I didn't know them really.
But I like this because it gives you a chance to see the people who are doing really well of their rising above their class, and it makes it very obvious straight away. So when Tony's doing something fantastic, you can pop it up straight away. It's obvious, and we all get to enjoy it because that's fantastic driving by Tony.
Yeah, if you look
2 seasons ago, you wouldn't have seen that, I don't think.
No,
not in a qualification like this.
Absolutely not. And if you look at this particular view, then it says that Tony Walker, as Jamie Jeffrey goes second. I told you he was rapid around here. And Stephen Walker's taking the top spot now as well. But Tony Walker's 0.2 of a second, 0.2 of a second faster than Renee. And I don't think we've seen that all season from Tony.
Fantastic driving. I don't know. This track is tough, so you need to get it right. There's a lot of judgment involved. There is. You need to get it right. You need to be patient because you can see there's a lot involved in these corners. There's a lot of elements involved. They're not straightforward.
No, they're not. It reminds me of a track, and I've not figured it out yet which one it is. But there's features on here that remind me of another track. I'm going to think about it for a while. Anybody else on the chat that is reminded of another track, then please help me out.
This is flattening it out a bit, I think. Some of these slopes and the rises, they're rather more than they appear on the screen like this. It flattens them out a little bit.
It does.
The slopes are quite steep.
No, I think I've realised where it is that I'm thinking of, and I'm not going to say it because I'll get butchered on the chat. So I'm going to
look at that rise. You see, you coming around a hairpin. You've got this short rise. These shifts in gradient disorientate you because you lose yourself. You can't see where you go. You can't see what's in front. And there's another one there. There's a lot of them. It's exciting. Look at this. It's so easy to get wide there.
Oh, yep. You can't be more right than that because Jay Corley's out in the kitty litter. Don't forget to watch his stream, folks, at some point because they are very, very good. He is a very competent streamer.
He's been doing some track guides.
Has he? He hasn't done
yes,
this one,
so you might want to look them out.
Yeah, he hasn't done this one because I saw someone mention it previously.
Yeah, no, he did a Nürburgring, didn't he, last week?
Yes, he did. Very good, very good. So, yeah, tune in to Jay Corley's Twitch. Oh, as Miguel decides he's not having that, he's having the top spot. I just put my camera on Roger because Roger's.
Oh, look at that! He didn't last 2 seconds.
No. Oh, he didn't. Sam Blease is taking the top. But yeah, Roger's not where he normally is. He's usually at the pointy end of this. He's at the bottom end at the minute of the pro-ams. So hopefully that'll come back to him at some point. But yeah, Sam Blease with only, what's that?
Thank you. Miguel only had that for about 2 seconds. Literally, he got it, said it.
Yeah.
Miguel had got it, and Sam was straight. He must have been right in his wheel tracks.
I bet he was. Excuse me. But yeah, so this is a heat race, folks. So as soon as 15 minutes ticks over, everybody gets chinned out of the session. So there's only 30 seconds to go, less than. Loic Penault pulling up. Remy Malaberti, his teammate in Boots and VDS, still on a lap. Excuse me.
It's so important, the qualification on these for the sprint race.
It is. It is. Dietmar is still going. He had a really good start to this session, and he's dropped back a little ways. He's in 18th at the minute. Oh, and there we go. Right then. Let me just wait for somebody to join the grid before I start going through the grid.
It's a bonny side.
David Ayres has joined the grid. I'll just extend grid in.
Excellent.
So, Sam Blease will lead the field away here in Miguel's backyard for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing. Miguel Freitas will go off second on the front row for Impulse Racing. And then I'm going to do names only for now. Stephen Walker will go off third, Jamie Jeffrey off fourth, excuse me. Spencer McCarthy off fifth, Pete Newman off sixth. Tony Walker, that's probably the best qualifying I've seen him do this season, in seventh. Current AM champion. Obviously, we changed the standing. Stop flashing your lights at the back. Jay Corley off 8th. 9th will be Jamie Wilson. 10th will be Rene Earhart. Loic Penault will go off 11th. Pete Van Gool, PVG, will go off in 12th. Didn't really mention him in the build-up to this. 13th was David Ayres and Fiona. You're going to be in the sin bin after this. You know what the sin bin is, Fiona, so stop it. Christine will go off 13th, Roman Malaberti off 14th, JB will go off 15th, Carl Hardy off 16th, 17th will be Roger, Dietmar will go off 18th, 19th will be Stefan, Anthony Hilton will go off 20th, David Ayres off 21st, Chris Dixon off 22nd, 23rd will be Fiona, and Andrew Little will go off 24th. Right, Alan.
Yeah. Good luck to everybody.
Yeah, they're going to need it, because this is, I'm just going to try and get the camera so that David Ayres and Fiona are just out of shot, so you can't see their lights flashing. See that's a real cameraman. That when you can position it that accurately, you're wasting your time. Nobody can see you.
Well, fingers crossed for the Algarve.
Yes, this should be a very exciting race, and yes, we are waiting for Sam, and we're waiting. Well, we were waiting for Pete Newman.
Plenty of width there, plenty of wideness for them to use, and they will.
Yeah, speaking of which, where is Carl Hardy? Oh, he's in 16th. Right, let's go to Miguel in second, and we are lights on. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alan, we're gone at the Algarve. Somebody's slow off the line.
Oh, somebody got a good start at the back there, didn't they?
They did, yeah, they did. They were already stepping out of the toe. Right, into the first corner we go. This could be messy, depending on... oh, yes it is, Carl Hardy.
Oh, that's cold.
And I think Stefan got a rough deal there as well. There's bits of bodywork knocking about. Where's Stefan? Stefan's missing a front bump. Oh, no, he's not.
Oh,
that's David Ayres.
No. Stefan's had to go back to the pit.
Yep. I thought he got hit pretty hard. Right, let's go back to the racing. Sam Blease still leading, but Miguel is giving him some grief here. And that was just first corner bunching, Alan. I don't think there was anything naughty in it.
It's a tough corner.
It is. Carl Hardy still going. Didn't really get much damage.
I don't think he got the damage. I think he just got shuffled out.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping his car's okay. Sam and Miguel have done this, these really battling openings on a couple of races now where they don't want to give an inch, and you can see from Sam's point of view why that would be the case. You don't want to get Miguel in front of you.
No, definitely not. So, just on board with Jay Corley. He's going to do the overcut here with Tony Walker on his left. He's on the wrong side.
On this, yeah.
Yeah, now he's going to be on the right side. If he can get alongside him, he has done.
Wow, that was tight on the inside there. That was good driving,
It
wasn't
really was, yes. Apologies for the coughing, folks, if you're joining now. More fans for Jamie Jeffrey have joined the chat. Jamie Jeffrey's just a bit further forward here in 4th place so far. 4th place.
Yeah, he's. I think he's going to be a very happy boy tonight. I can see that he's going to like this track. It's going to feel like there's plenty of room for him.
Yeah, as everyone comes piling around the last corner. I say everybody, we are minus Stefan, we are minus David Ayres.
Oh, it's so disappointing when they waited all week to race.
Yeah, it is. And that's Carl Hardy in the background there, overtaking Andy Littler. He's making his way back through the field on a recovery drive. Meanwhile, Pete Newman and Spencer McCarthy are together. And they are paired up at the front. So the top two are together. That's Sam and Miguel Freitas. Let me put you a track map up, folks. And a battle box. It'll tell you that there's 6 for first place at the moment, which there is. Everybody's bunched right up again. Jamie and Stephen are together. And Pete and, well, it was Pete and Spencer. Spencer's gapped him a little bit there. And then Jay Corley leading Tony Walker. Not far behind. Jamie Wilson is so fast here. I wonder if that's a Veloster thing. I don't know. I'm not saying that Jamie's not got any skill, by the way. I'm just saying maybe it's just favours the Veloster a little. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Which car would be best around here, Alan?
Well, certainly the Veloster is not going to be out of place, is it? It can handle the corners and it's got the pace. It's got the top speed.
Yeah.
I would have said this wasn't a great place for maybe the Civic, maybe.
Maybe the Audi as well. You don't
Maybe
really
the
get
Audi.
up to speed, do you?
Yeah, it's.
Although Stephen Walker's making it look like it is fast. Anthony Hilton, oh my word. Oh my word, what a great performance up to this point. Up 4 places and bossing in the whole thing. He's doing a brilliant job in that Audi.
Well, he's. Him and Roger won't let go easily. So if he's pulling away from Roger, he's got good pace.
Yep.
It'd be worth watching this a little because keep an eye on that one. No, just keep an eye on it though because
Stephen Walker.
See if he gets
oh
away
my
from
God!
Roger.
Stephen Walker, 3rd to 1st nearly. Oh, and Miguel nearly round. Jamie's waited for him, has he? Ish. Yeah, he's waited to get alongside him again. That's about as much as that goes. And look at this, Spencer McCarthy thread the needle.
Oh, told you it was wide.
Oh, 3 into this doesn't go, boys. Or does
They
it?
don't
Oh, it
need any
does.
invitation. It does
That's
when you're as skillful
ridiculous.
as these guys are.
Yeah, absolutely
Goodness me.
ridiculous.
I hope you got a still of that.
I did.
Anybody?
Well,
Goodness me,
yeah,
that was
somebody will
amazing.
have done. That was sublime.
It's awesome, guys. Thank you for doing that because
Yeah.
that just made my week. That was awesome, really was.
That was just, I'm almost speechless. Miguel Freitas did exactly what he needed to, which was stay out of the way, really, so that he can race the rest of the race. But he's getting absolutely done here because Pete Newman's now alongside him as well. I think he may have got damage from a little bit of contact.
Oh, that would be a shame.
I can see that there's damage on his left rear. Just caved in.
Oh, he doesn't need that because anything is going to cost him tenths.
Yeah.
You
can see
it
the
wouldn't normally
distortion.
matter, a light bit of damage wouldn't normally matter that much. It was me, it wouldn't matter at all.
Well,
But
yeah.
when you're dealing with the thousands of seconds that these guys deal with, you don't want misplaced parts of your car.
No.
You don't want bent bits. You don't want twisty bits in the wind.
No, and in good news, Stefan is back on the track and he's racing, and
Yeah.
also so is
Who's
Flashy.
David?
We're going to rename David Ayres to Flashy because he's the one that's on the button, and seeing as the other one doesn't turn up, then I think that's justified. So Flashy on track and racing. Right, there we go.
I shall.
Sorry, go on.
I'm looking forward to. I'm meeting David in a couple of weeks at Snetterton. There's a big team soiree going to Snetterton, and I'm going to get to meet David and his wife, and it's going to be absolutely magic. I'll tell him what you think.
Right, yeah.
I'll pass on your wishes and your
Absolutely.
advice.
You say that's in a fortnight's time, yeah?
Yeah, it's a week after N24.
Oh, and Nicola is going to be there by the sound of things. She says it's going to be exciting.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. They are from that area of the country, the Jeffrey clan.
Well, I do hope they've confined me.
Yeah.
Look for a bunch of layabouts.
Yeah, absolutely. I might actually try and get to that.
Oh, come on.
6 hours
More
from
than
me.
better.
6 hours of driving. 2 weeks.
Well,
I'm going to have to look that up. I'd love to go to Snetterton, to be honest. I've never seen a racetrack completely iron flat before, so...
Well, no, that would be fantastic
corner.
if you could make that. That would be great. It would. I'll be looking forward to it tomorrow. It's going to be great. I love these get-togethers.
Yeah. So that must be bank holiday weekend.
Oh, no idea.
Yeah, you don't appreciate bank holidays anymore, do you?
They go a bit by me, Pete, to be honest.
Yeah. Right, let's go back to the front. Sam Blees.
Hey, Sam's
got
making
himself a lead.
purple laps.
Yeah.
He's setting purple laps.
Spencer McCarthy is the one on fire at the moment, though. Oh, actually, no, it's not. It's Jamie Jeffrey. Jamie Jeffrey, fastest lap of the race. By quite a margin, actually, over a tenth. Which doesn't sound much, folks, but it honestly is in these cars. Miguel Freitas still under pressure. Oh, no, he's not. He's putting pressure on Jamie. That might be why Jamie's lit the wick.
He's hanging on to Jamie, isn't he? I just wonder if he's trying to get a bit of tow for him because he's struggling a little bit and he's lost a tenth. And it's the only way he can keep up, maybe. Oh, he's wide there. Did you see that?
He was, yeah. Let me go back to where he needs to be. Yeah, Pete Newman's on him now and Jay Corley on him. So, again, that'll be an interesting stream from Jay Corley's perspective. Here he is. We're on board with him now from the roof of his car. Takes a lovely sweeping line through that corner. He's going to get Pete Newman if he's clever here. Teammates-ish. And he got out into the gravel, Alan.
Yeah, different squad, but yeah, we're all together in the same Discord. And
that Veloster's line,
together.
the Veloster line through there is so shallow. And it can still maintain the speed. That's the power of the Veloster through this circuit.
Yeah. It's good through the corners, though, isn't it, Veloster? And this is really a good circuit for it, I think.
So, just ahead of Sam Blees is flashy David Ayres. Matt Elmore's lost his moniker now, by the way.
Come on, David, get your foot down.
Yeah, so that
the Blues is going to catch you.
Well, I think that's going to happen anyway because Sam Blees is that fast. But it's about how long you can keep it away for. All right, who's that in that Bootson car back there? That's Remy Malaberti. He's closed in on Jamie Wilson. And just behind, I don't say his name. Every time I look at Chris Needham, he gets involved in somebody else's crash.
Yes. So we're not saying anything about Chris.
Never mentioned. Didn't mention his name. Didn't mention it.
We just.
Right. Wonder what's going on with Pete Van Gool. He got tied up in the beginning in that crash, but didn't actually hit anybody that I could see. But he's back here in 19th, and that's no way where he's normally. And he's let his team boss go through. That's Carl Hardy in front of him.
Well, he wouldn't do that unless he got a problem with his car, that's for sure.
Right. In that case, we must infer that that is the case. Right, that's the biggest lead that Sam Blees has had. 1 second. Look how steep that is. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
You don't get the feel of it from the screen, but they really are steep. These when I was going on about the changes in height, I wasn't joking. They really do go up and down a bit on this place.
Yeah.
It's built on the side of a hill, isn't it? So
I think you call that a mountain.
Probably.
Right. Let's have a look what's going on. Remy Malaberti still chasing down Jamie Wilson. His teammate is behind him at the moment.
Well, they're running together. That's nice to see them side by side, looking after each other.
So having a look at the class standings. So we've got Anthony Hilton is miles ahead of Chris Dixon in AM class, nearly 11 seconds. That's unbelievable.
That's a big gap.
That's huge. And then very close in Pro-Am between everybody apart from JB to Roger. JB's broken, Roger's will. Carl Hardy much delayed, is 3 seconds behind him. And then in the Pro class, sorry, at the top of the screen, Stephen Walker has got a whole second or more of clean air in front of him. Let's go back to the original default position, and I'm glad I did, because here goes Remy. Or not. He needs to cut back. He needs to cut back if he's going to do this.
Oh, what driving!
Yeah, very good driving from Jamie Wilson. Makes his intentions clear. I'm defending this corner. I'm going to drive straight down the centre of the track, and well, it was a good defence right up until it wasn't, which is right now. Or is it? Because this is a left-hand. Oh, right-hander. Sorry. Whoa, nice. Side by side. We like side by side.
You're going to go around there.
Oh, and he's still there. He's still there. And that Elantra's got a good grunt. Oh, has he managed this? Has he worked him over?
Yes, he's finally. That's just
well
superb.
Done, Remy
what can you say about that? That was superb driving by the pair of them. Oh my word! That's my little sim racers autopilot good. That has goodness me. That was awesome.
Yeah, and as we've said many times, it's not just about the guy overtaking. You have to be happy to be overtaken, if that makes sense. You have to have the skills to be overtaken.
And there's common sense to know when it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Apologies for my barking and coughing, folks. There's nothing I can do about it at all. Why is David Ayres crashed? Really well. David Ayres is gone.
No.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh
no, he's just... No, he's let the whole field go. That's all.
Down.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. He's just getting himself out of the danger zone. I don't blame him.
Yeah, he'll be back running shortly, folks. Don't worry about that. I did for a minute. Oh, here we go. What happened to Sam Blease?
He's got Stephen Walker. Wow.
Yeah, so Stephen Walker in the Audi. Never thought I'd say
How's he done that?
That there was an Audi winning this race, but he is. The next Audi behind him is in 17th. Oh, stacking up. Yeah, the Audi's not good in mid-corner speed, is it? It's all about grunt coming out of corners. Right, Jamie, Jeffrey and Miguel sniffing. They can smell first place, and they've got 6 minutes to get there.
That's a pretty select bunch, isn't it? They're how do you call a winner?
No, we don't. I certainly don't put any money on it. Oh, here comes Sam Blease on his own teammate Spencer. These guys do race, folks. These GO guys, they do not have team orders. Oh, Jamie Jeffrey down the inside of Sam Blease. Oh, we are loving that.
What a move!
What a move!
He had there was an inch either way to spare there, and he slotted that in. Yeah.
Overtake of the season, I think. That was so classy. Jamie Jeffrey.
I don't know. Stephen got in front. That's fantastic. I never saw him getting in front of Spencer and Sam.
Well, Sam gave away a 1 second lead, over a second lead. I don't know how. I'm assuming that he got offline, overtaking David Ayres or something like that. Miguel on the inside of Sam Blease. Ooh. Oh dear. Right.
We've got a bit of a gap on Pete.
There's battles everywhere. Anthony Hilton's been caught by Carl Hardy and Pete Van Gool. Carl Hardy makes his way down the inside, but only just. Nicely done. Pete Van Gool through as well on Anthony. Jamie
Anthony's doing great.
Yeah, Jamie Wilson's still in this Boots and VDS sandwich. A bit further forward, Jay Corley has got the attentions of Tony Walker to keep him interested. and then this lot, which is for the race lead. Where's my battle box gone? Give me my battle box back. There we go. SDK being silly. Right. Stephen Walker and Spencer McCarthy setting off for the horizon, and Jamie Jeffrey is under pressure here from Sam Blease, who wants his position back. Right, I need some medicine, Alan.
You're doing a great job, Pete, honestly. You're doing fantastically well. And the thing is, we've got an awful lot to talk about. It's,
Yeah, we do.
Absolutely non-stop, and it's all delicious. All delicious.
Nicola says, now that's what I'm talking about on the, obviously, the Jamie Jeffrey overtake. It was class. That was sheer class.
Magic. But I had a feeling about Jamie tonight. This is, for a real world racer, this has got to be like feather bedded. It's such a wide circuit, and there's so many tricky little corners that he will be devouring. Well, he is, isn't he?
Yeah, 2 laps to go. Oh, sorry. I got excited. I thought Sam had lost it. Miguel is crawling all over. I reckon any of these top 5 could win this.
Yeah.
I really do at the minute. Any of them.
He took the slightest.
Look at Pete Newman. Where the hell did he come from?
He's been lurking there and thereabouts. I think he hasn't managed to bridge the gap. I think it's getting slightly wider.
Oh, Stephen Walker. He's hoping that those lucky underpants are accompanied by some lucky socks, I think. He's not washed them in 20 years, folks. 20 years. That's a total lie, obviously. But it's amusing if I think it. Right, so over the crest and down the hill we go. It's a big drop, that. I can't get over that. That's one of those stomach in mouth situations that you get on WRC Rally, isn't it? Oh, Spencer! Thought he was going to turn him or get under him, one of the two.
Well, he clearly doesn't think he's finished, does he?
No. My God.
And none of those three at the front are ever going to think that.
No.
They've just made that slight gap. They've given themselves a breathing space there.
There is. There's just it's only nearly a second between 3rd and 4th. Jamie Jeffrey and Sam Blease. Now I get the feeling that the winner's going to come from these top 3.
Yeah, they've managed to. Well, this is fantastic pace. How he's getting that pace out of that car, I don't know, Stephen. You're doing a brilliant job.
Amazing. White flag, last lap. Oh, here we
Well
go.
spotted.
Ooh. Thought Miguel was going to do Sam Blease into the first corner there. Meanwhile,
Well, they'll be loving that.
in another race, Andy Littler has caught up with Fiona.
Oh, great stuff. Come on. And there's David, who's not had the best races,
He's
unfortunately.
No, it needs to get on with it. Less flashing of the lights will help with that.
He's been having a great run, winning his races every week. He's been doing a fantastic job, and I'm loving seeing him do well. I've waited years to see David do well and have great results. It's lovely to see these last few seasons where he's doing well.
Right,
He did well in this Leos, and it's great that he's carried some of that forward, and that bit of pace, a bit of speed.
Yeah.
Right in with the shout, and the new way of laying the classes out has delivered great racing for people up and down the length of the field, better than it was before.
Yeah,
It's been an improvement, Pete. It's
been
been an
very healthy.
improvement. Yeah.
Oh, I thought Jamie was
I think
going
it's
to go
very
for that.
describing, actually. It's very healthy. I think that's right. It is.
Yeah.
There's been some fantastic racing come out of it, and a lot of smiling drivers, and you can't ask for more than that.
No. Oh, here we go. Miguel on the move.
Trying to do on the inside here.
He's not going to
He
manage
will know
this,
these corners, of course. He'll know them to the inch, and he'll know just what he can get away with.
Yeah. Right, these 3 are away now. I can't believe it'll finish in this order. We are on the last lap.
This is good points for Spencer. He'll be happy.
Yeah. There we go. Right,
There we
so
go.
Stephen Walker has won here at Portimao.
Well done to Steve.
Yes. Lots of good racing all the way through the field there.
I need a quick nature break. I shall be back in seconds.
Absolutely. As we watch everybody else come roaring across the line here. We've got quite a few gaps in the field further back. Carl Hardy and Pete Van Gool not having their usual stellar appearances. Fiona and... Oh, Andy Littler got Fiona somewhere around the track. I'm not going to get to watch that because as soon as this goes fully checkered, it will kick us out into the small intermission between the two races. Good job. Yep. Where did the Cutting Corny cars finish? Cutting Corny cars finished in 9th and 14th. So Dietmar did a fantastic job moving forward. 4 places by the end of that. Very good. Right. Is that everybody? Just waiting for Stefan. So the VTS car who got a real rough deal yet again at the beginning of the race. He just seems to be wrong place, wrong time all the time. It's nothing to do with Stefan, ever. He's just a very unlucky boy. He needs to borrow Stephen Walker's underpants, clearly. As he comes around the penultimate corner, and then he will take the final corner shortly. There we go, and over the line we go. Well done, Stefan, for sticking with it. It's all worth the points. It's all worth the points. Right. Heat 1. Let's have a look at who finished where. So, your race winner was Stephen Walker. He will start in 15th place on the next one. Look at that. All the pro drivers are in the top 7 spots. Like
I'm back.
It's like it was planned, Alan. All the top 7 pro drivers are in the top 7 spots.
What a surprise.
I know. Stephen Walker finished first. Gets all the awards for Spectre 6. Spencer McCarthy finished second on the podium for Hydro Race Genetic Racing. And Jamie Jeffrey, with some awesome driving, got onto the podium there for 3rd place for coupes and convertibles. And then Sam Blees finished in 4th for Hydro Race Geodesic. Miguel Freitas finished 5th for Impulse Racing. Pete Newman finished in 6th for Result Esports with Pure Sims, and Jay Corley finished 7th for Result Clothing.
What do you want me to do? Tony Walker, Spectre 6th in 8th. 9th, we've got Renee for Cutting Corny, and Jamie Wilson is in 10th for Team Chimera. Remy Malaberti for Boots and BDS, and Loic is teammate in 12th and 11th. 13th is Chris Needham, 14th Dietmar, 15th JB, 16th Roger, 17th Carl, 18th PVG. And lots of teams to go with those names. Here we go. Anthony Hilton now into the arms. Chris Dixon, Andrew Littler, Fiona Siddons, my friends, all from Result. Stefan. Unfortunate result for Stefan. He deserved better than that, and hopefully he'll do better in the main feature. And David bringing up the rear a lap down, but finishing the race.
Thank you for that, Alan. Saved me some additional coughing, so appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, Tony Walker back on the top spot of Pro-Am. That's good to see.
Yes,
Renee.
What a result for Stephen. Goodness me, I didn't see that one coming.
Nope. I
really thought that Sam had got that sewn up the way he was driving.
Yep, I did as well. Renee, what a great result getting second on the Pro-Am podium. And Jamie Wilson, good effort. That is just splendid and such good racing there. Especially when he was alongside Remy Malaberti. And he's actually off camera, and I can't repeat it because that's just not the way that SDK works. He's got that position back in the last 2 laps because he's ahead of Remy there. So the 2 Boots and VDS cars giving the Team Chimera car a real busy evening, and Jamie's fended them off just about. So well done.
Yeah, good driving by all of them. And Chris is there. He got to the end of the race very nicely, Mr. Needham. That's nice to see.
Oh yeah, I pray for Chris Needham every day. Yeah. He's had some terrible luck, and he's such a good racer. He's an ex-champion, GT4. Granted, but still an ex-champion, and dear to this particular series. Right, so back to warm up. We'll probably see some people doing pit lane entry because that's what
long lane. Look at that. It's a long one.
It is. It is. Let's go to blimp cam a second.
Now we know that when the blooming the pit stops come round, it can make a real difference to the racers. These guys include it in their planning. They're smart racers. They're not like me, go out on a wing and a prayer and we can hope for the best.
Yeah. I'm no
They
better.
plan it. They'll know down to the ounce of petrol how much fuel they need, and how long it will take them to stop.
Interestingly, it's all the work guard cars plus Tony Walker that are out on track at the moment.
Tony did great in that first race, didn't he?
He did. That, I mean, that's his best performance of this season for me, from him. I'm interested to see where pit lane entry is. It's off the main straight, isn't it? Let's see if we can go on.
Yeah, it's a dive round the corner from that last where you turn onto the straight.
Yeah, we're coming up to it now. I don't know that this is a pit stop attempt from Fiona. We'll soon see. She's going again. It's just on the right there.
Yeah, it's there. It's a straightforward thing. It's just long and reminds me a bit of the Red Bull, really. The way that goes down there.
So Tony Walker flashing his lights. Good evening to you. He's obviously aware that we're on him as he comes flying up and over the hill into the penultimate corner.
Yeah, driving very well tonight, Tony.
Yeah.
Well done, matey.
Very
like
good.
it.
Yeah, we do. More of that, please. As we go checkered in this warm-up session. We will now enter into a 40-minute race, folks, where a pit stop is mandatory, or pretty much mandatory. You can zero stop certain races where the pit lane is exceptionally long versus the track length. As we go into the gridding, right, let's have a look. We shall do this, and we shall do extend the gridding. Right, JB will lead us away for BSTV Pink. I mean, he's done some good jobs out in front, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
Yeah. Dietmar
And
Hoos.
Dietmar as well.
Yes, Dietmar. He's good at the front when he gets there. Dietmar Hoos will go off second for Cutting Corny TCR team. Chris Needham off third for Air Smart Racing. Loic Penalt will go off fourth for Boots and VDS by Undercut. And his teammate Remy Malaberti will go off fifth. Jamie Wilson off sixth. For Team Chimera. Rene Earhart will go off seventh for Cutting Corny TCR team. Tony Walker will go off eighth for Spectre sixth. Jay Corley for Result Clothing iRacing team will go off in ninth, with Pete Newman, Result Esports team with Pure Sims off 10th. Miguel Freitas for Impulse Racing will go off 11th. Samblees off 12th for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing. 13th will be Jamie Jeffrey for Coupes and Convertibles Racing, and Spencer McCarthy will go off 14th for Hydro Race Geodesic. Our winner from the first of tonight's races, Stephen Walker, will go off 15th for Spectre 6. And then Roger Morton will go off 16th for Safeguard. Carl Hardy, his teammate, will go off 17th. PVG, Pete Van Gool will go off 18th for Result Clothing. Anthony Hilton will go off 19th for Mellow Motorsport. Where am I? 20th will be Chris Dixon. Yeah, cheers. For Workguard, his teammates, Andy Little will go off 21st and Fiona will go off 22nd. Stefan will go off 23rd for VTS Esports. And David Ayres will go off 24th for Result Clothing iRacing team.
Interesting. Roger, Carl, and Pete. That's an interesting threesome there. All together from the start. And they're all quite quick.
Fiona, stop it. Oh, why do I say anything? Right, we are now waiting again, as always, for Samblees. Yeah. Fiona's going to get a jump start here because she's going to be bashing away on that flashy light button so much that she'll get it wrong. Oh, here we go. We're ready to race, folks. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, right. So I think that was Dietmar got a bit of a slow one, and Chris Needham is going to get this done before the first corner. Looking at that, in the black car there. Oh, we are spread very thickly. I think that's 6 wide, Alan, into the first corner. Oh, my word. Oh, Miguel.
Oh, no.
Miguel and Stephen.
Oh, I do hope they're okay.
Oh, I don't know. Is that Chris Needham gone super wide as well? Have I cursed him? Right, we're going to have to find out where some of these people are. Miguel Freitas, dead last. Stephen Walker, second off last. Chris Needham, third off last. I've just cursed everybody, Alan.
Oh my word, that was a fairly comprehensive job there, Pete.
I
I've got
know.
to say.
I got the lot.
That's professionalism for you, that is, mate.
My curses are
I
strong.
can't do 3. Crikey, I'm still just an apprentice when it comes to coaching. You've got years of experience, you see.
Right, here we go. Oh, that's a bit tight. Tony Walker and Remy Malaberti and Rene Earhart.
Oh! He's trying to get on the back seat with him.
I know, yeah. He's not driving his own car, he's driving the one in front.
Just cozy, yeah.
Pete Newman trying to get underneath Rene Earhart here. That's not going to be easy because Rene's fast. Oh, no, it's going to be very easy because Rene got stacked up behind Tony Walker. Oh, that's Jay Corley sideways. Oh, there's crashes. No. There's lots of them.
Oh, that's a...
Sam Blees to pit road.
Oh,
wow. Yeah.
What's going on? Crikey, it's all happening.
It is.
But JB is still in the front. And they're filling their boots. Well, you don't blame them.
No.
Oh, Remy's there. Look at that. He's a second. So, and Pete in 5th. That's a strong position for Pete Newman.
It is. He's made his way through very, very efficiently. So there's quite a few people for a lot of positions. Going from the back to the front, if you can see it in your timing screens, folks. Sam Blees.
Oh, Tony's done Pete.
Oh, he has.
That's amazing.
That's nice.
That's a fantastic bit of driving, Tony Walker. Goodness me. You're on fire. You're on fire, lad.
Yeah, he's obviously done his practice at Portimao, it has to be said. Right, so Sam Blees at the back in the pits. Chris Needham, 2nd off last. Miguel, 3rd off last. Carl, 4th off last. Stephen, 5th off last. The league is upside down. Standings are upside down, folks.
Well, at the moment, as we know, the reverse grid does that, but they by the end of the race, generally, there's been a reconfiguration.
Yes. Right, let's go to the leader. JB Dejoux picking up points for leading laps. You get a maximum of 3 per race. So there's somebody doing his championship standings, no harm whatsoever. Dietmar Hoos, second
doing a great
place.
job, isn't he? Yeah,
Really
he's doing
is.
a fantastic job.
Got himself nearly in a 2.5 seconds over 3rd place Jamie Wilson.
No, ain't easy.
No.
But Jamie and Remy, these are dangerous drivers, and Tony's right. We know how fast Tony is tonight. He's grease lightning.
Yeah.
He's right there as well. They're all in the pocket. Tony, I'll never forget Tony getting past Pete Newman like that. I'll never forget that. That was just a fantastic pass.
And those two, plus Renee, plus Jamie, Jeffrey, are the ones to watch, I think. There's 4 that are gathered together now. As Jamie Jeffrey goes for the inside line here. I think he's got this done already. I know, the car. Renee's car is there on the left, behind the timing tower. Slots back in. Gonna get himself a massive bag of draft going down here, though. Given how close he is. Here he comes. That's the draft taking effect. Pulls alongside, outbrakes the car next to him, and he's done it.
It's a nice corner if you get it right, this one. You can go out, slip out to the left here and pull it back.
Yeah.
And then you've still got this big right-hander. It's kind of a loop that tightens. Yet again, it tightens.
Yeah, I'm running out of superlatives for Jamie Jeffrey tonight, Alan.
I know. I think you're right. He is dangerous. He's very dangerous. Yeah. He's got serious pace, and there's room for him to drive his car, and that's not a good thing for everybody else.
No, he's showing what that real life driver pedigree can do. I can't help but be impressed by the performance. Miguel is on a recovery drive from the deepest parts of Hades, and he's making his way forward to the realms of the gods quite quickly now, and bringing Carl Hardy with him.
Yes. Well, this is just a challenge for somebody. Miguel loves a challenge.
Oh my!
Oh,
blue on blue that was.
Yeah, he lost his back end there.
He didn't lose his back end. Fiona grabbed hold of it with both hands.
He's still losing it. That was friendly. What was that? An affectionate pat?
Something like that. Oh, Jamie Wilson.
Wow, they're motoring these hairpins on the inside, aren't they? How are they doing that? Goodness me.
I don't know, but it's
driving.
Mega entertaining for me.
There's some slick driving going on tonight.
Didn't managed to get that done though, and that just means that JB gets away a little bit more. Oh dear. Sorry, folks.
No, Pete, you're doing a great job.
Oh dear.
Nobody minds a bit of.
I think I've set a world record on how many chest infections and man flu occasions I've had in this 1 year.
I'll send you some Vicks.
Cheers.
You can rub it on all over. It won't do any good, but it passes the time and stinks.
Oh dear. You say some brilliant stuff. You really do. You make this broadcast sensational. Oh dear. Right, Jamie Wilson has managed to do that around the outside. I can't explain that. That's just too good. Although Remy is brilliant on the brakes, and he's managed to defend this. Pete Newman. Oh dear. Right. Okay. Racing room, please.
Cozy there. Cozy there, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that's just going to let Pete Newman through to tick off a few places. Wow. He's already underneath Remy Malaberti.
Yeah, it's a dangerous group, isn't it? With Jamie there as well. We've got the two Jamies. They're both
they're very fast
drivers.
Yeah.
And they excel in these situations of close driving and close cars.
And they
just
love
so
it.
good at the handling. Yeah, no, they're just brilliant. And the timing and the precision of it just leaves me breathless sometimes.
Yeah, JB's lead is gone. And Dietmar is giving him so much pressure that JB is having to take defensive lines. And he's stacking the cars up behind him. And Jamie versus Jamie is on now.
Yes, but how brave, JB.
I know.
There's courageous driving there, you know. He's got some serious talent behind him, but he's got his head down and he's ploughing ahead.
I'm pretty sure that Remy Malaberti just went from fourth to second in like one move. As the two Jamies. I don't know. Jamie Jeffrey's not going to be happy. He's got the road blocked in front of him. Oh no, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. It's opened up like Moses, or it did do for a second. I think he was surprised by how early they were braking.
Yeah, they're trying to keep a bit of a lid on it, aren't they? They understand that it's 10 and they're on the edge. They're all on the edge here. There isn't a lot of slack in these performances.
No, this is ridiculously entertaining. And look at
Anthony's
this.
Doing great. I'm looking at Anthony. He's right in 10th. He's doing fantastically well.
Oh, he is. What the hell?
Yeah.
Spencer McCarthy has suddenly found the top group. And he's brought Loic Penault with him.
So that's...
And Remy. No, Renee, sorry, not Remy.
That's what we want. More.
Whoa, here we go. Change for the second spot. Because it's going to go into Pete Newman's favour shortly.
He's doing quietly, doing well, isn't he? He's just creeping forward. He hasn't lost any places, and he's been in some... I mean, he's got some of the best races I know of are right around him. He's still managed to creep forward. This is fantastic by all of them. They're really trying hard. They're all at it, really trying hard. You won't get anything more delicious than this.
Oh, look at that. Okay, I don't know where to point the camera.
Oh. Come on, JB. This is fantastic.
Tell you what, Dietmar, you are holding up brilliantly in all of this lot, because this is a mess. This is craziness. He's now got Jamie Jeffrey stalking him in an Elantra. Everybody fans out across the track. Look at that.
He's doing a fantastic drive. There's so many people are doing absolutely fantastic drives.
There's at least
delightful.
There's at least 10 people with a ridiculous grin on their face at the minute. Oh, maybe not Pete Newman. Oh, and maybe not Remy.
Oh, no, please.
Please don't crash, guys. Oh,
no.
Spencer McCarthy says, thank you, I'll have those 4 positions.
This is too good to have me wrecking. You're doing a fantastic job out there, chaps. Honestly.
This is silly. That's the best way I can describe
it. It's bloody brilliant. It's absolutely bloody brilliant.
Sorry if nobody else is getting a show, but this is like the wacky races. I need the Billy Smart circus music playing in the background for this one.
JB is still in the front, and he's still got whacking the pace on.
What the hell? He's got himself a second lead now.
Well, they're busy with each other, aren't they?
Yeah. Dietmar and Jamie.
Him.
Yeah. Dietmar's going to get joined by Rene Earhart, soon his teammate. He's only 2 positions behind him.
Well, they're all in that nice bunch together.
Spencer's now floated to the surface of that bunch and set himself
actually
off.
keeping Jay behind him.
I don't know. Jamie Jeffrey on the inside here of Remy Malaberti. He's going to not be on the favourable side of the track for the next turn, though. Is he going to hang it around the outside or cut back? He's going to have to cut back if he's going to keep Jamie Wilson behind him, which he manages to do by the width of an A4 piece of paper. Or the thickness of an A4 piece of paper, I should say.
Oh, the car placement by these guys is just precise. It's precision driving, isn't it?
It is. Oh, and the two.
Oh,
here we go. Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was scheduled. So the 2 Cutting Corny cars, of which Cutting Corny Studio says training's paid off then, peel off to the pit lane. All right, and these guys continue to do this ridiculousness of battling within millimetres of one another, or less than millimetres.
They've been really smart to get out of the mess of this and try and find some clear air.
Right, what we didn't see in the background was this boy. He's pitted the car.
Has he?
He's already pitted the car on lap 5. So this is the car to watch. Stephen Walker.
Yeah.
Somebody gave him a lucky charm and it told him, if you want to be lucky, pit on lap 5. So let's watch what he does. Where on earth was Dietmar coming from just then?
That's Stephen being very dangerous then,
Yes,
because we've seen him do this so many times, haven't we?
He's the threat to everybody on this race right now.
Not only is he grease lightning, he's got a racer's brain.
When you consider that those 2 Cutting Corny cars were in the top, 5? 6 maybe, maximum. And he's already had a crash, been pitted, done a proper pit stop, not a showy pit stop, and has come out and he's with them already. That is the car to watch, folks. That green and black Audi of Spectre 6.
He had that. He had great pace in the first race, though, Pete. It's been flying tonight. He's shown serious pace. So
right,
people have got their hands full.
Miguel has already passed half the field, and I'm not joking.
He's just lost a place to. Did he just lose the place to?
No, he just didn't.
Jay, or did he gain a place?
He just didn't make a place.
Jay's gone in the pits.
Oh, come on, Stefan. You legend, you have made up how many places? 13. 13 places for Stefan Goebel. Unbelievable.
Have we still got a pit stop to pull in, or is he done with that?
No, he's still got his pit stop to do, but even then, what a great performance.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Great spirit.
Well, he's on the track and he's racing, and that's what we want to see.
Now, JB has lost 2 positions since we last looked at him. Why is that?
Well, Pete Newman and Spencer McCarthy.
Well, I know that.
2 names of spring tonight.
Well, we didn't see it happen, so now it's Pete Newman that's ticking off the lead laps.
Well, he's got his hands full because him and Spencer are starting to form some kind of a little bit of a rivalry, aren't they? It's
yes, they are.
An enjoyable thing that we're enjoying, and watching this little rivalry start to build up. It's nice. They're both really great drivers, and they will be they obviously have a huge respect for each other, and I've never heard either of them say anything less than respectful words about each other. And to race against each other with their kind of quality, it must be delightful. It must be lovely for them to know that they're going to go out there.
Oh! So I think Roger will admit that that's his issue. So he was trying to defend from Tony Walker, and he's managed to wipe out Dietmar, but he's let Dietmar go.
Yeah, well done, Raj. We like that.
And I don't think there was a lot of damage to Dietmar's car, so hopefully that's not too bad.
They didn't seem like heavy collisions, did they? It was just slight metal-to-metal contact, nothing shot them out.
No, it wasn't on the wheel. Now the wheel is a critical point on these cars, particularly the Elantra for some reason. It seems to be made of like Ritz biscuit. It snaps in minutes with no impact whatsoever. Loic and Jay Corley to pit road for their scheduled stops. Right, Pete Newman has been caught by Spencer. And it looks like JB's been caught by Remy Malaberti and Jamie Wilson.
Well, if we keep Remy behind him, he'll be doing well.
Yes. We are 16 minutes into this 40-minute race.
Really? Already?
Yeah.
I suppose you realise because we've got people making strategic pit stops that are mattering.
Yeah.
We're already in that part of the race where people pop in the pits and pop out and clear air, and they're all going fast. And here's Jamie. And we know how fast he's been.
Yeah. So, Loic has got some business behind him at the minute because that's Stephen Walker and Rene Earhart and Jay Corley that are in his mirrors.
Pile of pace there.
Yes, there is. Oh, and Spencer's giving Pete Newman some grief. So, Pete Newman plays this right. He should get 3 lead lap points. And then pit the car. Spencer McCarthy needs to get to the front in order to lead laps and get points.
These are both cunning strategists. You can say that without any fear. They've both got their heads working. They're trying to work out what is the best way to win this race.
Yes.
Be interesting to see how they work it out. Because the pit stops are still a major part of this, aren't they, with these two?
JB's gone to the heavily you're not using my toe situation. Nice tactic to use, actually.
He's defending hard, isn't he? He doesn't want to lose. I mean, he knows from where he was he's likely to lose a few places, but he's doing all the things to show that he doesn't want to lose places, and he's using his skill and his ability to absolutely the max he is.
Yeah.
He's maxed out every bit of talent and ability he's got to do this.
No, and he's doing it very well. Spencer McCarthy has just acquired the lead of the race.
Well, to be running third at this stage of one of these races is fantastic performance by him.
Yeah, it is. After this many laps, 10 laps worth of being in the top 3, most of it being in the front. Very good.
Mm.
Right, so the furthest forward pit stopped car on track at the moment is this boy, Jamie Jeffrey. But,
there's Stephen.
I was just going to say, but if we look a little bit further down the track, we find Lucky Wookie Walker, who had a crash at the start, and he's only, what is that?
Oh!
3 seconds, ignoring the crash that was behind him. 3 seconds behind Jamie Jeffrey. So, Stephen Walker, for me, is still the threat for the race.
Well, you're right, Putin. He's certainly one of them. It just depends how it all pans out with these two as well, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, comparatively, Miguel Freitas was not far off Stephen. Miguel Freitas is currently 6th in the running cars that have not pitted, which is remarkable in itself. I mean, look at that. He can see the lead. And he's been in a crash. Remy Malaberti to pit road. And David Ayres has followed him in.
Oh, let's pull up tight there.
Yeah.
Just in the nick of time, David.
Ooh,
well done.
Hang on. There we go. So, JB and Jamie slugging it out here for 3rd place at the moment. Jamie appears to have got this done-ish. I mean, he's defending this one, but JB could do a cutback here. No, he's staying around the outside because the Elantra sticks to the floor quite well.
I would say the Elantra's a good car around there as well.
It doesn't seem to be the premium car from what I can see. That's
I don't think it's a premium car, but I don't think it's a bad it's a good handling car. It likes, it doesn't mind the corners, and it's not a challenge for out and out pace. So, but these things are so much drive dependent. Some drivers get incredible performance out of cars. You just wonder how they do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, Stephen Walker, prime example. Driving the Audi. Hardly anybody's driving the Audi these days. There's only 3 of them in this whole field. And he's making it work brilliantly.
I just think he's got a special affinity for the car. He has had for years, hasn't he? He's just...
Yeah.
He loves that car, doesn't he? He enjoys driving it, and that's that huge part.
He wanted a challenge, and he got one by choosing it, and now he's the sort of person that won't leave the car once he's picked it, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Whoa.
With the results he's getting, there's no reason why he should even think of doing it, is there?
No.
So that's fair, getting excited.
Yes, it is.
That was a bit of fun in there, but that woke you up, Fee.
It did. It must have done. As it happens, no real damage.
Nah, they look fine.
And Stephen Walker moves ahead of Remy Malaberti for some VDS by undercut. Anthony Hilton doing an amazing job, and I mean that.
Yeah, really, honestly.
Fits the car.
Very impressed by his driving tonight. This is the best I've seen from him, I think, really. I'm so far up the field for so long. That's mighty impressive, and he should feel really good about that.
Very, very much so.
Spencer's got a second on Pete now.
Yeah, it keeps seesawing up and down a little bit. It's staying above 1 second at the very least.
And there's still both of them to pit.
Yeah, the top 6 have not pitted, which is Spencer, Pete Newman, who's just behind him there. That's what 1
He's getting on a bit now. I'm not sure that they can do strategically anything that's going to be terribly helpful now with the way the field is.
No.
So it's going to be straight in who can make the fastest pit stop and get the fuel in right, and perhaps some of these chaps will have been looking to save a bit of fuel while they've been in close quarters.
Yeah, I've got my camera on Sam Blees, Alan.
And
he is stone last.
Yes. What's he doing down there?
Well, I'm going to go and find out, because that doesn't look normal.
He certainly wasn't there before.
He's pitted the car twice, as has Tony Walker, as has Rene Earhart.
Oh, Tony, that's unfortunate, mate.
And he's just peeled off into pit road for a second attempt. And I think this is the people that ended up having to pit for damage at the start, having to pit for fuel now.
Right.
I didn't think he did, though. I thought he pitted reasonably recently. Is it a stopping? Oh, no, we saw that one. That was fine. I was just looking at crashes.
Oh, he's gone. That was fuel.
That was a normal stop, yeah. So what did he do the first time? I'm still trying to find it. I can't find it. I'm not going to watch it anymore. We can ask him later. It's as simple as that. But yeah, they, you know, you compare it to someone like Miguel, who crashed at the same time as Sam at the start of the race, and Miguel's in 4th place, still circulating. He mustn't have got whatever damage Sam had, and Sam's now posting purple sectors. So
yes, well, he was running with his teammate, wasn't he? So
yes,
they're at opposite ends of the field now. It's a bit. Not so great for geodesic.
No, but manna from heaven for the rest of them, because...
Yes, well, you know, except, of course, Spencer is the one who's threatening the points, and he's on the top of the pile at the moment. Look at this, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. I'm just going to go back to this, because this is what caused the first of Sam's pits, and I remember it now. Sam overtakes 20 people. This was at the very beginning of the race, if you remember. We saw it at the top of the hill in the distance
Yes,
behind.
yes, he took out Carl, I remember.
Well, Carl didn't get hit. Carl just got held up.
Yes.
So that is why.
You have to
Mr.
get out of the way, get out of dodge.
Jamie Wilson leaving pit road on his scheduled stop. It comes out in 7th place.
Yeah.
Or maybe 8th. No, 7th place.
I mean, with Jamie, so there you go. They can't separate each other.
No. Excellent work.
And Stephen, is that Stephen behind them?
Yep.
Yes.
So, again, I still think that Stephen Walker is a big threat to this.
Oh, he's getting bigger threat every minute that passes.
Yeah, 13 minutes to go, folks. 13 minutes. David Ayres and Chris Needham having a bit of a fight here. Chris Needham setting away and disappearing off. He was also in that crash at the very start. So we've had 3 cars visit pit road twice. One is Renee, one is Tony Walker, and one is Sam Blease. Fiona has not pitted the car yet, and yet Anthony Hilton, just in front of her, has. So he's got an entire pit stop on Fiona at the moment, and he's already leading the AM class by some margin. So
he was so driving so well. He's been running way up the field, way out of his AM class. He's been breathing the thin air. But the with the pro-ams and pros, he has.
Yep, he really has.
That
really
takes some doing, especially on this track, because I think the pace has been high tonight. It's not a slow track by any means. It's a pretty rapid pace, and I think these guys have been going rather quickly. So that's fine driving by Anthony.
These 2 cars are teammates. This is Result Clothing.
They won't be
PVG.
team ordered.
Yeah, PVG and Jay Corley in that order at the moment.
Not a lot between these two, I don't think.
No, I mean, they're in the different classes anyway, even if they're in the same team. But PVG's clearly lit this up and not bothered about off tracks right now. As Stephen Walker, I said he was a threat, Alan. He's just posted the fastest lap of the race. and not by a little bit. He's posted the fastest lap of the race by nearly half a second.
What?
I'm not joking.
Wow, we're normally counting thousands at this stage, aren't we?
Yeah.
So yeah, well, Stephen's a fantastic driver.
He's still lighting up purple sectors on this lap, as is Spencer, I have to say. But Spencer still needs to pit that car, so he's low on fuel, whereas Stephen is not.
What's the gap between Spencer and Stephen now?
The gap between Spencer and Stephen of Lucky Walkie Walker is 42 seconds. A pit stop, Alan, is how long?
What, 30 seconds?
42 seconds.
Oh my goodness. 42, I knew it was a long pit lane. That seems like a long...
It is. It's mostly pit lane travel.
Yes.
It's not stopped in box. Most people have stopped in box for 8 seconds. So the rest of it is all travel.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's put the cat among the pigeons, Pete.
Yes, and I honestly still think that Stephen Walker can win this.
Oh, I'm sure he can. I'm sure he can. I'm pretty sure the other drivers out there think that as well, though.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
well aware of that.
Yeah. This is a good battle here. Not as good as this one at the minute. So Stephen Walker has now caught and is passing Jamie Wilson. And look at him on the brakes. It's mighty, that. Absolutely mighty. No off track at all. Doesn't run wide. Manages to nail it. I think he was complicit with Jamie Wilson. Jamie gave him racing room, etc. But
yes.
Very, very rapid. Very smooth. Love it.
Yeah, well, Jamie's no mug, and he's hopped in there to get a bit of tow because he's realised Stephen's grease lightning, and he wants some of that. Thank you. And it certainly isn't worth fighting about. That's for sure.
No. Chris Needham giving Carl Hardy something to consider, and Roger Morton just ahead of them on the road.
Chris is a handful for any of these guys, so This is exciting driving for them. Roger's just got the edge on his team captain, and Chris is there waiting to pick up any of the rubble.
Yeah. What was that? That was a Spencer McCarthy to pit road, and he's been followed by Pete Newman. We're at the end of the fuel window now because Miguel is in as well.
Yeah, they were
I think
forced into
JB
it.
will follow. Yes, he does. Stefan.
Yeah.
What's Stefan doing?
He's fine.
He's having to pit as well. So
He's,
where is our leader? So our on-track leader, not actually leading yet. Excuse me. It's Jamie Jeffrey.
Come on, Stefan. Do a brilliant pit stop.
Yeah, that'd be nice. He's not in his box yet, though.
It takes you an hour to get there.
I know, yeah. I don't know. Jamie Jeffrey is pulling away here.
Well, he's had fearsome pace tonight.
Yes, he has. Right, where's Spencer? Spencer's here. Who's next in line? Pete Newman, but look where Jamie is.
And Jamie, well, I don't know how you would call that one.
No.
The way Jamie's going tonight, he's a handful. So that's not all over by any means. And Miguel has got 2 seconds. He's got time to knock that. He's got 8 minutes still. He can knock 2 seconds off in 8 minutes.
Yes, he can. He's moved up to 4th in all that. And
he's got Stephen on in his wing mirrors. Goodness me.
This is class. So, headline, Alan.
Headline.
I said it was a 42-second pit stop, the
Yes.
whole thing.
Yes.
This little lad did it in 40. So what does that tell you? He's short-fueled that car. So
he does that every time, though, doesn't he?
He kind of does, yes, you're right. Pete Newman has got his wing mirrors full of Jamie Jeffrey now, and Jamie Jeffrey just wiped out about half a second in those few corners. That's very rapid. Miguel Freitas is absolutely on it like a car bonnet, pardon the pun at the moment. He's just on the fastest sector of anybody on any lap by a massive amount, and I'm not joking. I'm not going to tell you what it was, but it was
it's
huge.
got to be. It's got to be because he's trying to stay in front of Stephen, who has also been put in the purple laps. So if he's going to stay in front of Stephen, he's going to have to pull it right out tonight because Stephen's taking no prisoners.
No, he's not. This is good. Right, there's a battle ensuing. It's still going on, I should say. Excuse me.
Anthony's still doing a great job down there. Look at him. He's
look at that.
way out of position.
He's rocking it with the Pro-Am guys and heavily into the Pro-Am territory as well.
Yeah, he's got his to be in front of Carl and Roger and Chris. That's fine driving. If he can sustain that till the end, he's doing incredibly well.
Yeah, he's a whole 5 seconds ahead of David Flashy Ayres.
I don't think David will be catching him.
No, not with the pace that Anthony has shown all race so far, as it feels like Jamie Jeffrey only just dispatched another driver. Who was it? It was Jamie Wilson, but that was before the pit stop, so it's probably not.
Jamie's involved with Pete, isn't he? And this is a tough one to call because I don't know how you stop Jamie getting by the way he's driving. He's closed that gap, and he's a demon overtaker.
He is. He's he's got a good eye for the line through here. I mean, that was masterful. Do you see how much distance he took out of Pete Newman there?
Yes.
Look at that. He's literally giving him encouragement, is a nice way of saying he's pushing him down the track. And look at that.
Whoa.
Beautifully done.
That was, I just don't think there's any way of stopping him.
No, that was too good. So he's got 5 minutes, my apologies, to catch Spencer McCarthy, who is a gigantic 5 seconds ahead.
Yeah, I don't think anything's going to pull Spencer back tonight.
Nope.
I don't think even Jamie or Miguel could pull back in the time we've got.
Only a monster slowdown for Spencer, which he's not going to be under pressure and therefore will not achieve. Is going to do anything about that, as Miguel does the fastest lap of the race. and it's a beast. It's a 153, the first car to be in the 153s. In fact, he's one of 2 on that lap that was in the 153s. Funnily enough, the guy who did a 153.9 is the car behind him, Stephen Walker.
Yeah. Oh, funny if you should say that. I was just thinking that's going to be Stephen in there. Yes. Well, if you're going to do times like that, that's a good place to do it. Get in the toe of Miguel, because that's where I'd like to be. I'd love to be in Miguel's toe for more than 200 yards.
Well, yeah, that'd be the same for me as well. And Nicola, if I make it to Snetterton, I'll bring you a bottle of whiskey.
Well, that's plenty of reason to encourage Pete on his adventures, and it would be lovely to have him at Snetterton, that's for sure.
It'd be good fun, wouldn't it? 6 hours, though. 6 hours. That's a bit of a beast.
Hire a car at the other end and go on the train.
Yeah, I could do, couldn't I? Right, both these 2 cars here, these 2, Miguel and Stephen, they are putting in ridiculous laps. Both in the 153s, the only cars in the 153s.
That's not going to get you past Jamie.
No, he's just that a little bit out of reach at the moment. Sunblaze has finally worked himself out of last place, but he's only just out of last place. Tony Walker is back there as well. And that's all from that start, Alan, with that crash at the top of the hill.
Yeah. It was a shame, that, really, but there you go. You know, the race has been a fantastic race, and we're still absolutely. Well, you got to think Spencer's got this one in, but look behind him.
I know.
These aren't giving anything away, and the pace of the guys has been fantastic. But look at this. These 3 drivers have all had a great night, but Spencer's had a great night. There's been so many great performances tonight. You don't wish to look, do you?
No, and in the battle of the fastest laps, Alan, Stephen Walker's holding it in an Audi at the minute.
Is he really?
Yeah, by 0.02 of a second.
So he's nicked it back off Miguel.
Yeah. Carl Hardy he's found Anthony Hilton. He's tracked him down.
Yeah.
Whether he can pass
Come
him
on,
or
Anthony.
not. Come on, Anthony. Keep
remote for it, Anthony.
that fatty behind. Keep Carl behind you.
I love him, but I don't mind if you win.
Yeah.
If you beat him, I don't mind.
Come on, Anthony.
Get
Keep
over that
ahead.
line. Come on, Anthony. You're doing great.
I don't know whether that means that Nicola's not well, but, if she wants my whiskey.
She knows that you only dole out really great whiskey.
Well, this is true. Maybe she's watching it for an hour ago when we were talking about whiskey. Anyway. Oh, come on, Anthony. Stay ahead. Mellow Motorsport need you to do this. Right, how long have we got left? Oh, sugar. We've got 1 minute. 1 minute, Alan. We are last lap.
1 minute.
Last lap.
Yeah.
White flag from Barney. And Miguel has caught Jamie Jeffrey.
Yeah, that takes
What
some
the hell?
winning doing tonight.
Yeah,
He's put a little bit of a gap in Stephen as well. That's though I imagine Stephen's pretty satisfied with where he is. He's in front of Pete Newman.
Yeah. So
Pete.
Jamie has the rest of this lap to stop Nicola from chewing her own fingernails down to her knuckles. Spencer McCarthy is checked out. He's 6 seconds ahead. He's done. He's gone. This is where the battle is. These 2. So can Jamie Jeffrey keep Miguel behind him for about half a lap, maybe a bit more, in Miguel's backyard? Let's see. Yeah. Nicola says it's for her nerves. I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, Nicola. It gives me nerves as well. Never mind, lass. I tell you.
You don't want to keep it just a whiskey. Take the vodka and the gin as well.
He's doing a fantastic drive tonight. He's driven it tonight as well as I've ever seen him, and we've seen some great performances by him, winning performances.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever seen him drive better than this.
This has been exceptional. Some of his overtakes tonight have been just so gracefully done, very respectfully done as well.
Yeah, it's that peerless timing, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've all got it. I mean, we've seen this time and again from these drivers, this extra bit of something where the timing is so exquisite. Right, they put the car into places that don't even exist until they arrive.
That boy McCarthy has got it done again.
Well done, Spencer. And
stops it over the line. And here comes the rabble. And Jamie Jeffrey's done it. He's stayed in second place over Miguel, who gets the last podium place.
What a race. That was fantastic fun. That was an awesome race. Another awesome race.
JB, come on. Come on, JB. Keep it going. Push, JB. Yes.
Yay.
Oh, my God, look at this.
Oh, come on, Anthony.
Stick it to the inside. Don't care who it is. Doesn't matter. Come on. Come on, Anthony. Yes.
Oh, got it.
Go on, lad.
Yay.
Excellent stuff. Well done, Anthony.
Well done indeed. What a race.
And Chris Needham gets a decent finish as well, thankfully.
Yes, finished, and his car is mangled.
Yeah. Right, who else is left?
Sam didn't finish.
Sam didn't finish? Oh, no, he didn't. Eh? Never mind. Oh, he's jumped to the pits again. What? He's gone to pit road 3 times. I don't understand.
No,
we'll find out from Spencer.
Not good news for him, but
no.
I can't help but be pleased for Spencer. That was a heck of a race tonight, and to come out on top in the position where he is, where he's just crept into the lead of the series, and he's got such intense competition behind him. I'm thrilled for him that he's got that win, because that would have been felt really good to him to have finished that race in front of Miguel on his own circuit. Fantastic performance.
Absolutely. That was just Portimao. Can we come back here every week? That was great. Excuse me, folks. As I die noisily.
Spacious place. But, you know, these corners are big and long and they go on. But, of course, there's plenty of room to get it wrong because of that. You know, it's very easy to lose time on them.
Yeah, Jake Hawley lost at least £100 off his tyres just then. There he goes again. Look at that.
He can afford it.
Yeah, it's fine. All that money he gets from streaming is
I'll give him another set.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. Chloe, that was fantastic. Yeah, Chloe Newland on the chat says, "Come on, Jamie, you got this," and he certainly did. He grabbed it with both hands and got himself a second place. Right, let's have a look at the finishing order, shall we, Alan?
We're up to cutting corner. Why are we? Are they happy or crying? They can't tell with those little things, aren't they?
Yeah, 18th and 19th. I think they would have hoped for better, particularly from both of them. Deepmile started on the second row, I think. First row, sorry.
It was such a competitive.
Yeah, that was a bit ridiculous in terms of how good that was, from a viewer's perspective. Why can I not get? Oh, because I'm choosing the wrong thing, like a fool. Right, nobody saw that. I'll cut that out when we put it on the broadcast. So Spencer McCarthy takes home the winnings and top spot for this evening for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing. Jamie Jeffrey finishes second in a very, very exciting finish for Coupes and Convertibles Racing. Third on bottom step of the podium was Miguel Freitas for Impulse Racing. Stephen Lucky Wookie Walker could not quite replicate what he got in the first race. He finished 4th for Spectre 6. Pete Newman finished 5th for Result Clothing iRacing Team. And then the first of the AM drivers. So Jamie Wilson, Alan, gets the top spot for Pro-Am tonight for Team Chimera. Loic Penault finishes in 2nd place in class, 7th on track for Boots and VDS by Undercut. And his teammate finishes also on the podium for Pro-Am, Remy Malaberti. JB finished 9th in the end after leading the race for such a long time for BSTV Pink. Pete Van Gool finished behind him for Result Clothing, and his teammate Jay Corley finished in 11th.
Yeah, all those in the top 10. That's fantastic. Look at those green cars in the top 10, Pete. Isn't that beautiful?
It is. It's literally half the top 10 were Pro-Am cars this season, which is remarkable, really. Stefan Goebel finished in 12th place. A much better drive from him, or rather, he avoided everybody else's bad luck for VTS Esports. And then the first of our AM class drivers, Alan, Anthony Hilton. Mellow Motorsport. That is remarkable to be that
What a
far up the
drive
field.
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's had a fantastic evening. That got to be his best night with us, and thrilled for him because he's got to be happy with that. I'd be absolutely ebullient.
Yep. Carl
Even
Hardy.
ebullient.
Carl Hardy finished no seconds at all behind him in 14th place for safeguarding his teammate Roger finished in 15th.
They had to bloody work hard for that as well, Pete, didn't they? You know, there has no easy results tonight. Everybody's had to work for everything they've got.
Yep, it was a very impressive performance. Chris Needham finished in 16th for Air Smart Racing, and the second of tonight's AM drivers and AM Championship leader David Ayres finished in 17th for Result Clothing, and Rene Earhart finished in 18th place for Cutting Corny TCR. That's the button I need, isn't it? Yeah. His teammate Dietmar Hoos finished in 19th. I think they would both hope for better than that, Alan. And third place on the podium this evening, Chris Dixon finished in 20th for Work Guard by Result for AM class. Tony Walker finished 21st for Spectre 6. Fiona finished 22nd for Work Guard. Andy Littler, her teammate, finished in 23rd place. And Sam Blees, who we need an explanation out of Spencer for, finished in 24th this evening, 2 laps down.
Yeah, very unusual. Very unusual, but
yeah, a bit bonkers actually.
Yeah. Not sure what was happening with Sam, but at the other end of things, Spencer's couldn't have had a better evening.
No, and yeah, this is going to be an interesting set of interviews, I think. Let me see who's queued up. I expect there's a million of them. No, there isn't. Right, okay, there's only a handful. Right.
Get them in here.
Yeah, let's go for it. So, first into the booth this evening is going to be Spencer McCarthy. Good evening.
Hola.
Hola. Oh, it's like Stephen Walker. What's going on?
It's turned into Stephen.
I know, yeah.
Well, we're in
Hola,
Portugal.
amigo.
Hello.
Hello.
Right, so probably, in fact, I'm looking at both screens at the minute, and I would say definitely the most successful driver of the evening. A race win in the second race. Let me get a better camera on you than that, because your sponsors are going to be well pissed off with me. I think camera 2 is the best.
That's looking quite good.
Let's have a look. Does that get a good zoomed in picture of your sponsors?
Yeah,
we'll go with that. Why not? So a win in the second race, but let's talk about the first race first, because Stephen Walker, he schooled everybody really, didn't he? He was super rapid. I don't know what he's fed into that Audi, but it's certainly not simulated fuel.
Yeah, he did very well. I think his choice would have been the Hyundai this week, because he mistakenly did a couple of laps and went, I wish I was in that. and then went back to the Honda and was like, oh no, what am I going to do? But he obviously found something mega with the set. I think there was one corner where he was kind of almost parking it and rotating it, which was the downhill hairpin.
Oh yeah.
T5, I think. So he had me covered there really, but I was slightly quicker in that first race. I just couldn't get the right run on him. But yeah, I kept the pressure on. And I'm just looking at the incident with him and Sam and Jamie and Miguel in the first race.
The first race, yeah.
Yeah, it's. I think obviously Stephen brakes late always. That's what Stephen does.
It's just his style, isn't it? Yeah.
It's just his style, yeah. And I think caught Sam out a little bit, so they went into abreast and had to gather it up. And then Miguel then obviously was maybe slightly lifted going into that T3, and I think then Jamie kind of nudged him, and all of a sudden on the exit, like just parted like Moses, and
yeah.
I was like, right, 3 wide, okay.
Yeah, we saw you go through. It's exciting stuff, honestly.
How I came out, in the lead of those 2 cars, it was overtook 2 in one corner, so it was good.
You don't need inviting twice, though, do you? Really?
No, not really.
No,
not really.
not really.
Try not to. If you've done all that work, you may as well get the use out of it. You may as well not, throw it away.
It's one of those, isn't it? Well, I'm here now, so I might
Yeah.
as well,
Yeah.
why waste it?
Exactly.
Very, very.
And there was a similar story in race
skillful
2, I think.
Very.
It was around
we're about to
T2,
see
I
it,
think.
I think.
Everyone messed up in T2, and then it was like, oh, okay, I'll have the inside. I don't know how many cars there were there. Was it 3 or 4?
4 you got in one corner. It was probably the funniest thing I've seen in ages. It made me giggle immensely. Just watch the broadcast. I'm either giggling or coughing, one of the two, because I've yet again got another chest infection and a cold, but never mind. Oh, such sympathy for me. But yeah, it was brilliant racing tonight. Not just from you. Jamie Jeffrey was astounding. He was just so rapid. What the hell,
Yeah, I didn't know how I was going to get past him in both those races, but it just ended up being people tripping over each other, and that's why I got past him both times. Yeah.
You're a slick overtaker, Spencer.
Grease up the sides, Alan, a little bit. And just, help it through.
It was such a race tonight, mate. Honestly, I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed it. And I'm sure everybody on the circuit must have, because it's just been an absolute dream of a race to spectate. It's been beautiful. So much skill, so much pace, so much courtesy and decent driving. And it was absolutely magnificent. I'm thrilled that you've won it, because this is so exciting. Coming towards the end of the season, you've just got in front of Miguel. It's all to play for still. It's just so exciting, mate.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
It was a good track. I was a bit apprehensive, really, because it was a bit of a new track. We had a decent turnout for a new track.
Yeah, we did.
Probably buy it. And I think times were all over the place. Different people were quick, and it was like until things balanced out, and I really didn't kind of know, where I was going to be in the pecking order really tonight. But actually, Sam lent me a set. He'd found something quite trick, so it was nice. So that found me another kind of maybe a couple of tenths. And I still didn't feel like I was. I mean, my qualifying pace was it P5 or 6?
Yeah, it wasn't great.
6.
That's roughly where I thought I was going to be. And then the nights turned out brilliant. So I can't thank everyone enough for letting me through.
Can you get letting you through? Yeah, that happened. Of course it did. Can you guess who got the fastest lap in the second race?
Was it? Oh, it was Walker.
It was Walker. Yeah, who knew that could happen? Oh my God.
No, I'm glad. I'm happy with that. I mean, I thought it was Miguel. He got a 53.8 at one point, and then I heard, car in P4, and I was like, it's Miguel again. But
no,
Pete Newman must have dropped down.
He did,
Yeah. I missed that. Okay, fine. Yeah, I got a 54 flat. It's about as quick as I could get. I could probably
154.04 is what I've got on my screen.
Yeah, I think my optimum was. Christ, it wasn't. Yeah, it was probably just maybe a 53.9 as an optimum. I was really not much quicker.
I don't think you were leaving anything out on there, Spencer. To be honest.
No. Picked up a few more incidents than I wanted, but
there's one on the screen at the minute with Sam and who's that? Jay Corley and everybody really.
It was so close though, wasn't it? It was just almost unavoidable that there was going to be just by gravity.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think it is the variation in lines, but like going into the T10-11 sort of over the crest and down the hill.
Yeah, that
it was very much
beastly. Isn't it?
Yeah, I'd found a good rhythm into there, like a good braking point and a sort of a trail brake all the way in to get me hooked up for the corner. But then some people were taking a nice tight, later.
It was like hugging the inside of the whole thing, and he was still rapid.
Yeah,
didn't
absolutely.
get that at all, but never mind. So, a track that I know you like, Alton Park, features...
Oh, is that next?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? It's a good one.
Oh, we like that.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
It's the full one as well. It's the international, so you get the, the horseshoey...
Hairpin, and is it all the chicanes? It's not the... It's not...
I don't know. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's all the chicanes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. I love that place.
Yeah.
It's going to be a brilliant race.
Great fun.
Yeah.
Great fun.
Anybody you want to shout out to whilst you go and, drink all that simulated champagne?
Well, just mainly Miguel's family, seeing as we're in Portugal.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Very nice of you.
Shout out to his family, and, you've brought him up well. He's a nice, polite man. And then who else? Sam, obviously, for lending me the set or give me the set, and then spinning off and crashing and having a
in the
bit of
race. You at the front, him at the back.
Indeed, yeah, he had a bit of an abortion of a night, didn't he? Really?
Yeah, we were going to ask you about what happened to him. What happened?
3 pits. What's that about?
He kind of made a couple of silly mistakes in the first race. He should have won that one. He hit the curb and then he lost it again. And then I don't know, he almost took the life out of the tyres. Once you overheat them, I think he was in scrabbling a bit and he couldn't maybe quite cool them down. So then he just got shuffled back a little bit. And then come the second race, I think it was just the melee on lap 1, and he was from that point on he was on a bit of a don't know what to do anymore. Ended up parking it because he got a drive through in the end, I think, because he reached incident limit and everything snuck up on him. So
I didn't even feature that people would generate enough incident points on this track to get a drive through.
Well, I think he had 8 at the end of the first lap. But unfortunately, I think it was it's one of them, and it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, it only takes something to nudge the back end, doesn't it? That's all. And when you're as close as you lot, how do you avoid that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's 4 points without even looking.
Yeah, and I think he kind of he got Carl was going one way, they went the other way. He then went going into turn 10 and 11, and he then outbraked himself and caused a bit of a collision with Jay. He just unsighted and then outbraked himself and was basically a passenger at that point. So that was that. He didn't probably feel great about that. You know what Sam's like. He doesn't. He prides himself on being pretty fair and clean, and
safe.
He's beating himself up.
Well, it's justifiably he should be proud of that because he is, and he's a real gentleman on the track, and that's just you are as well. There's a lot of people like that. We saw people giving places up. Tonight I saw somebody giving a place up. It's the nature of the league, but my word, it makes me feel so proud of you all.
I was busy watching you sliding sideways through a corner and going wide. It was very stylish, but it was pretty shit. Anyway,
So anyway, a commentator of the night. I'll drop it in the chat. I haven't watched the broadcast back, obviously, but my bets are going to be Alan again. I can't see that. Did you get the finish?
Yeah.
He got
right down.
He got the finish.
Oh, okay.
And in fairness to Pete, he's been very poorly, and he's actually turned up and done a great job. He's feeling really under the weather. He's not letting on, but he's feeling really under the weather.
Oh,
that microphone's been off half the time because he's been coughing his guts up.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. So now it makes me want to vote for Pete. But then the fact is you telling me, that means you're so nice, Alan, to almost want to give it up. So I kind of then go back to you again, Alan, now.
That's brilliant. I love it.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, anyway, so Alan's got the vote. Let's not muck around.
Leave it at that,
Yeah.
It was never going to be mine anyway. But, right, yes, we will let you go and practice for Alton Park. Is there anybody you want to shout out to other than Alan?
And Miguel's family and Sam and Miguel as well. Obrigada. I can't remember which one it is. But thanks very much for not beating me tonight. And all good.
All the good stuff.
Fantastic.
In that case, Spencer McCarthy, championship leader, and you've only done yourself many favours tonight. We will see you next time at Alton Park, which is a track that I know you like. And we will all look forward to it and hope it's as good as this has been. Spencer McCarthy, everybody.
Thank.
Well done, matey.
Much thank. Right, next. We're going to bring in a certain... well, we're on his property, technically, aren't we, Alan? Because this is Miguel's backyard. This is Miguel's track. Good evening to you, Miguel Freitas.
Good evening.
Good evening, Miguel. But thank you, because Portimao absolutely served us wonderfully, Miguel. How wonderful to visit you with you, and what a race we've had out of it.
Yeah, and it's so warm here. We like it. The rain is so much colder in the UK. We like it here. So let me see what you did in the first of tonight's races. You finished in a 5th place. The other guys, I honestly thought you were going to be like at least 1 lap ahead of everybody, but it didn't work out quite that way. I was honestly, I've had to give Alan a tenner, 10 great British pounds, because I said you win by at least 1 lap. But the other guys seem to bring their A game tonight, and such fantastic racing from everybody, and you must have enjoyed that because that was just ridiculous.
Yeah. This track was provided awesome racing today. I will just take out my book of excuses and say that I was practicing for the 24 hours of Nordschleife.
Yeah.
That's why I was not so prepared. But the race was amazing.
Are you racing with Wobbly in the 24 Nordschleife?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought
In the
you
same
were.
car.
Oh,
In the same car.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna join that session and just give you loads of abuse. Anyway, so 5th place in the first race, but I think the headline, and it has to be the headline, is that you ended up, through no fault of your own, absolutely last, and I mean last, 24th place, and you made it all the way back to 3rd in the second. You got yourself a podium. There were people that were like racing normally, and they kind of stayed where they were, and you managed to bring off 21 positions in like the last 35 minutes. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And Stephen Walker even managed to pip you for the fastest lap of the race in that second race. So I think you'll feel cheated on that regard because your performance was unbelievable. Who does 21 positions, Alan, in one race?
I know.
What the hell?
Yeah. It was just a fantastic race, wasn't it? It was just everybody pulled out all the stops. I don't know if it was because we were at Miguel's gaff,
Well,
and
I was just
wanted
going to ask
to impress the man,
I was going to ask him, where on the track is your house?
It's not even close.
It's in Portugal. It's not that big. Anyway, talk us through both your races.
I will start with the second race because that was something unexpected. I trying to avoid the mess in front of me. I turned left, and Steven was there, and I turned us both around, and we were both in the back of the field. And we were just doing crazy fast laps. Steven pitted, and I decided, okay, I go on the next lap.
Mm-hmm.
But then everyone started to pit, and I was, okay, I will stay out. I have free track in front of me. And I was just putting the times, catching the field, and very surprised, to be honest. I wasn't expecting to catch up to people because on race 1, I couldn't overtake anyone in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy, unexpected, but it felt nice because on the end of lap 1, I thought I was just doing laps by myself all the race and not having any fun, and it ended up being an incredible race. And also for Steven, that he finished right behind me, so we were both in the back of the field in lap 1, and then ended up in P3 and P4.
That was
fantastic.
Brilliant.
Fantastic drives by the pair of you. Stephen's been red hot as well tonight. Jamie, you, Pete, and Spencer. Poor Sam suffered tonight, but honestly, we've had an absolute feast of brilliant driving, and I won't forget tonight in a hurry. This was fantastic, and it's thank you, Portimao.
Great addition to our racing.
Oh, absolutely.
Really, really. I've been here a few times. I've been here in the rain as well, Miguel. And it's a fantastic circuit.
It doesn't rain in Portugal.
It does rain on our racing.
I think I saw your house just over the hill. Anyway,
now I don't want Miguel to be worried, but he does know that I'm racing in N24. And that,
I don't think he's worried at all, Alan.
Do you think he'd be lying awake at night worrying about me zooming past him down the that big long straight bit?
Not really, because you'll be 20 splits beneath him.
Well, there is that. But I'm really quick, so I'll go. I can overtake 2 or 3 splits, no trouble.
But what a fantastic race that was. Portimao. I've only raced it in the rain in a practice session in a GT3. And it was all right. It was good fun. But this has been possibly the best broadcast I've ever done. Watch the broadcast back if you can do, Miguel, because that was just
I will do it.
That was just brilliant. One of the funniest and best broadcasts ever. The chat was brilliant as well, so watch that. You can time the chat to join the broadcast as well, so do that. But yes, we move on to UK shores, where it's almost... If rain was on TCR, it would be raining persistently at Alton Park. It isn't, but we are at Alton Park next week. I know you've driven there before, but lots and lots because you drove with us there last season.
Yep.
And you did very, very well. Are you looking forward to that one? Are you with us for that one?
Yes, I will do all the races until the end of the season. I will not have to miss anymore.
Well, you've got the sniff for it now, haven't you? Because it's you and Spencer on a 2-horse race for the finish.
Oh yeah, I think
it's gonna be good.
If nothing crazy happens, I think he has it. I don't believe I can gain so many points just on track. So
well, I'll tell you, I am open to bribes. So if you want, I can weight his car down so that it just does not move.
Okay, I'll send you a message.
Excellent. Yes, we'll speak later. I'll chop that bit out of the broadcast. Don't worry about it. Excuse me. Alan wasn't lying. But no, great racing tonight. Anybody you want to thank? You're not allowed to thank Wobbly for your race performances tonight, because honestly, I can't thank you enough for turning up tonight. That was brilliant.
Yeah, just everyone that was on track today. It was an amazing race. There were some crashes, some incidents, but these turns are very tricky, so it's to be expected. And overall, I think it was pretty nice racing overall. So yeah, keep it going.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, thank you so much, Miguel. That was great. It was great to be your guest in your beautiful country.
You're welcome.
This is back garden. This is his back garden.
Yeah.
If anybody deserves a black garden like this, it's Miguel. That's all I can say.
All those solar panels in the background. He's not paid any electricity bills for 20 years. Anyway, so we will see you next time at Alton Park, Miguel. Miguel Freitas, everybody.
See you.
Good night.
Right, next into the booth, we're going to bring the man with the luckiest underpants on the planet. It is Stephen Walker. Good evening.
Hola,
hola. We are in Portugal, so that kind of works out, I think. But anyway,
Close enough.
So, yeah, hang on a sec. That's when I die noisily. Anyway, so this track has been very, very good to you tonight. You have won the first race. You have come fourth in the second race. You've got the fastest lap in the second race. You've given a poke in the eye to the owner of this track, which is obviously Miguel Freitas. He's now moved on from living here to owning the whole track. It is a lovely track, isn't it?
Yeah, I've seen obviously people race around it for ages, and when it was coming to iRacing, I was like, yes, please. And then when I drove it, because you know, obviously sometimes you're like, oh, that track's going to be ace, and then you actually drive it, and you're like, oh, do you know what? It isn't as good as I thought. But I drove it quite a lot in week 13, and I just fell in love with it. I don't know whether it suits my driving style, or I just really enjoy driving it as well. And obviously this is the first race I've actually done on it. I haven't done any officials on it because I don't do too many anymore. But it was just incredible. It's such a fun track, and I really like it. And I genuinely think if I was in the Elantra, I think I would have been even quicker, because I drove it as a test for my brother and Russ. And I'd already done some laps in the Audi, and I went 4 tenths quicker in the Elantra than I did in the Audi.
Yeah, Spencer didn't mention that, actually, Stephen.
Yeah.
So, where is Russ?
We've been full of praise all night about your astonishing performance in the Audi. So, yeah, don't take all that back, because that was a fantastic drive tonight in the Audi.
Yeah,
really
I think
was.
I found something in the setup in my second and third set of laps doing practice. And I think because it's easy to practice a track a little bit extra when you really enjoy it, just enjoy driving laps on it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And just finding the time and getting optimal lines or better lines. I struggled with the downhill hairpin left-hander. Because I just couldn't quite find a consistent braking point. Like when the sun went out, it was difficult to see it. When the sun was out, it was fine. But it was really difficult. It was really easy for me to overshoot and go deep into it, and then that's it. Everyone's down the inside up the hill. So I was a bit safe when Spencer was right behind me, and the first race, and yeah, I managed to get past Miguel and then get past. Well, Sam made a mistake, whereas my overtake on Miguel was it was a proper one, but I nearly sent it into the side of Sam. I braked where I would normally brake, and I forgot maybe it was the first few laps. So I'm glad I didn't just spear into the side of him. I thought I'd be able to get it stopped before he was long gone, but obviously we were quite close together, so it was a bit risque. I think that caused some sort of melee behind me, and Spencer was then right behind me.
Small melee.
As long as it's behind you, it doesn't count.
Well, yeah, like it wasn't me, so who cares?
What happens in the rearview mirror stays in the rearview mirror.
I actually didn't make contact with another car, so that's not on me.
That's it, isn't it? Yeah. If your vendors are straight.
Yeah. But I wasn't expecting to win. I was hoping I might. So obviously, Sam doesn't really make mistakes, so I was hoping I could pressure him into something, just get a better run or a better line, just see where he was quicker and that. So, unfortunately, he just caught that curb at the first corner, which you try and avoid, and obviously it just sent him wide enough. And then I think him and Spencer had a little battle, and then he came out fourth or fifth and stuff. So I was just trying to do enough to keep Spencer behind me, because obviously he was, you know what it's like, he's quick, and if he sees there's an opportunity, he'll go for it. So
he doesn't need asking twice.
No, I just tried to keep it clean, and with the hairpin I just was like pretty much parking it just to make sure, because it's really awkward in the Audi, because you have to use second gear, and it's really awkward because it's second gear and then a quick shift up. So the Audi hates second gear, but I can't. If I do it in third, I just go backwards up the hill. So
bogged down.
Just off the initial corner exit. But ultimately, it was just a lot of fun. The second race, I tried to avoid everything that was going on by going around the outside, and then Miguel had the same idea, and we just came together. And it wasn't anyone's fault. It was just one of them things. But I think between the two of us finishing where we did, he finished third and I finished fourth. I think he had a bit more clear track. I tried to do the early pit stop to get clear track, and then everyone had the same bloody idea. So I still had to overtake everyone, but it was really good fun coming through, and I wasn't expecting to finish fourth. And like I said, I stole the last lap off Miguel through he gave me the toe to do it, to be honest. And then after that, I think I destroyed my tyres. I made one mistake, and the gap was half a second, and he had the toe from Jamie, and we just the pace then we were all pretty much the same, really. And I had to do a tiny bit of saving, but not a lot. I only put 9 litres in.
Well, all donations are gratefully received, right?
It's racing through.
Yeah, dragging you down the track. That's just part of the game, isn't it? So you got the fastest lap, you got lead lap points, you got a full bag tonight. It's going to do your championship standings brilliant.
Well, you say that, but I think I got 1 million off track. So
did you?
Swingies and roundies, mate. Swingies and roundies.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Well,
they're all from second place to having a fantastic drive like you've had tonight, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. Awesome. I'm happy to get the Audi. It's the first sprint race win, and that's normally you just win it on flat out pace. And I think I had good pace. Again, I did get lucky. I know I always say it, but I got lucky.
He said it, Alan. He said it.
I got lucky with Sam just catching the curb, but otherwise, I don't know whether I would have overtaken him. But ultimately, I felt I was. I deserved to be in the top 3, and I'm happy that I won it. The car was great. It struggled here and there, but that's just Audi things. But overall, over the course of a whole lap, it could still really keep the pace. And I had a really good time. Just kudos to everyone that was on the track. I know there was a few incidents and stuff like that, but from what I saw in general, it's just racing incidents if it happens.
We saw nothing naughty.
So sometimes some people just need to have a think before they send it, but is it really on? But then I did similar kind of thing.
I was going to say,
but it was less of a send, more if I was sideways. I was next to them into the corner, so it was just a risk of the car in front. But other than that, it was great. And I'm just, I don't know if you can tell, I'm buzzing because I won't shut up. So,
we were buzzing as well, Steve. It's been a tremendous race. We're absolutely thrilled with it, and we're buzzing as well. And I don't blame you. That was great, and it was great for us, and so entertaining. Thank you, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and start practicing for Alton Park?
Yeah, is it Alton Park? Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Mint, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously you guys for putting on the show. I know it was a newer track, not as many people had it, so I think it was only 24. But there's only a couple of rounds left, so that's still a great turnout. I'm sure at Alton Park that's a free track, so I think it's a free track now. Yeah, so hopefully we'll be back up to 30. I'm sure it is. My brother, he had a great first race, and then
he was tremendous tonight. He was really tremendous. His pace, and he was way ahead of anybody else.
Yeah,
he was of his class. It was a tremendous performance by him. We were really, really impressed.
Second race, he just got caught up in other people's stuff.
Yeah, it was just, again, like I say, just people thinking about what they're doing before they do it. Like, it's the third, fourth lap, whatever. If you're quicker than someone, just get them in the next corner. Don't try and force something that really isn't on. But then iRacing physics or whatever. So it's just unfortunate. But at the same time, he didn't quit. He stayed in it. Big shout out to Russ and Cap. I think they're both poorly. So rest of the guys for showing up and having a really good race. It's just good fun. Great.
Sorry. That's what it needs to be. Yeah.
Races like tonight is why we do it. That's why we do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely that. In that case, we will look forward to seeing you on track with Tony, hopefully with Flashy back, because he's going to lose his moniker to David Ayres, and to Big White Donk as well in the next race. But thanks to you, Stephen Lucky Wookie Walker, the man with the luckiest underpants and socks in the Northern Hemisphere. And we'll see you next time. Stephen Walker, everybody.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Thank you. Take yours.
Class.
Yeah.
Oh dear, he's such a good bloke, isn't he? And then we've got where is he?
Come on, get some more. We've got plenty more to come through.
We've
got Chris and Fee.
It's a massive queue. It's like,
you need a machine in there that says to your collection point, like in Argos.
Yeah. Well, no, we're not as advanced as that, Jamie. It's one of those. You remember the old deli counters where you took the funny shaped ticket off the roll, and you look down and you look up, and the digital display says 3, and your ticket says 125. So
I've forgotten about those.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about all those.
Or even worse, yours says 2.
Yeah. So I've never had a ticket that said 2 or a finishing position either. But yeah, me and Jamie often look back along the history of things that were cringeworthy and excellent, and that is another one of them. So in the first race, you got yourself a Pro-Am podium, a 3rd place in class, 10th in the race, and then in the second race, even better, you got yourself a 6th overall. And were you top of the class? I think you were.
I was indeed, yeah.
You were. It's been a good evening for you and Team Chimera, and back to the winning ways for Jamie Wilson.
Yeah, that's a good summary. I can't really add to that.
In that case, good evening, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'm reliably informed that my incredibly excellent pass on the last lap of race 1 was not broadcast.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. We were looking at. We were trying to figure something else out at the time. But no, we didn't see it, and it was probably more than worthy of the cameras. But I did call it out, and I said we won't get a chance to look at that again because it just chins me out of the session in SDK, so I can't look back at what happened. But that's just SDK things. Never mind. But yes.
Oh, is that what you were saying about SDK? Was that because of that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it just doesn't do me any good because if something happens towards the end of the race, I can't go back and watch it. I don't want to get more bad publicity for missing the end of the race. I've already got plenty of that. So
and Pete can't click. Pete can't click quick enough to do it before the session rolls over.
Exactly that. Exactly. It's hand-eye coordination thing. It's old age. Whatever. But no, what you've I don't know. You must really like this track, or be really good at this track, or a combination of both. Because
no,
this was excellent.
Wrong.
From you. Really?
Yeah. It's
oh my god.
I like the track because who doesn't? It's this track. Yeah. But I did a couple of laps in practice the other day, in a coal session,
Yeah.
Thanks, Wobbly, for hosting.
Yeah.
And I didn't really do too much in the practice leading up to the race itself. Here, I did a couple of laps and then realised that Sam had posted a setup. I thought, oh, just YOLO, I'll do that. Switch to that 5 minutes to go. What can go wrong?
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, so yeah, he's set the car up to have basically like piano wheels on the back. So it was a handful, which he did warn, to be fair.
Are you suggesting you were driving a Waitrose shopping trolley?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty impressive then, Jamie, because my word, you're in some pretty fast company with your shopping trolley.
Yeah, it's not an Asda
Yeah.
one though, so that's good.
Well, it was a shopping trolley being blasted off the side of a Norwegian fjord by a strong wind.
Excellent.
Yeah, I had them. I don't know. You probably wouldn't have caught it because it wasn't that remarkable. But I had an absolute huge, like proper Japanese drift going through the fast right-hander into the uphill right-hand corner.
We saw that, didn't we?
I was going to say we could say we did see it, but in terms of Veloster sideways footage, we've got plenty from lots of different people.
Well, it's obviously everyone's running Sam's setup.
Yeah, probably.
No, it was. It was just a matter of just not being quite acclimatized to it because it's just set up slightly differently to how I normally run the car. But I was just like, it works for Sam. I'll figure it out. So, so that was exciting. And yeah, it was. My main priority is to beat Carl.
And you did.
But I know that he had some difficulties. Courtesy of his teammates, I think.
Well,
so,
in the second race, definitely.
Good stuff.
Yeah, don't know about the first race. But I think the word destroyed is often overused, but I think you destroyed him today in terms of points. You were how many positions ahead of him in the first race? I can't even see him. 7 places ahead of him in the first and 100,000 positions ahead of him in the second. So I think you've done your championship standings. Yeah. Brilliant.
He didn't have his best night. He didn't.
No.
And there was but hey, Jamie drove really well, and
He did.
Such a fantastic night's racing.
Yeah.
It's unusual for me to need to think about a championship because it just doesn't happen. Because there was a point at the end there where Stephen Walker caught me in race 2, and I was like, I quite enjoy making his life difficult.
Yeah.
But I'm being caught by the Bootson boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, do I not? So no, I didn't in the end.
The Bootson boys. We're gonna have to use that, Alan.
Yeah, like that. The Bootson boys.
Bootson boys. Yeah, sounds like a Birmingham gang from the 30s.
Look,
Anyway,
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. Yeah, let's go with that. Right, the Bootson boys. Remember that. But yeah, I think you may have got yourself equal with Carl or something close to it, providing you didn't generate too many incident points. And surprisingly, a lot of other people did. Sam Bleeds. And I didn't expect it from this track. I didn't realise you could attract that many off tracks.
Yeah, it's quite easy to do because there's quite a few exits here that it's quite easy to be nudged wide on, which I was complicit in with others as well.
Right, okay, fair enough.
So there was one point I think I passed Remy pretty much off the track, but iRacing didn't quite consider it as such.
Okay.
And so I did, and so at the following corner, he then just nudged me wide. It's like, fair enough, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of nudging going on.
Yeah,
here
to and fro on that one.
Yeah,
A
fair
lot
enough.
of it was helpful nudging, I think. There was quite a bit of helpful nudging going on as well.
There was some, some people helping people along. And yeah, Team Jamie, as in you and Jamie Jeffrey, seem to find a lot of tarmac together again.
Yeah, but only in a sort of capacity of him catching me at one point and then buggering off afterwards, basically. Yeah, he ended up basically fighting with a few others and sort of fell back to me, and I just had an opportunity to pounce, so I took it. So
nice.
That sort of thing, you know. If again thinking the championships, I'm quite satisfied to be just sat behind someone that can drag me forward or something.
You just want one of those certificates with an obscenely large gold sticker on, don't you?
Yeah. But but if they happen in the course of that to twat a curb or be twatted into a curb or whatever,
oh dear,
there's an opportunity and there's a Veloster width available, then I'm going to take it.
Yeah, do it. Yeah. It doesn't even have to be as wide as a Veloster, right?
Yeah, 0.8 Velosters.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do. Breathe in.
Well, we stare forward at the horizon to the wonderful Alton Park.
Yep. Could we just like skip that to now?
You don't like it, do
Just,
you?
can you say? No, I do.
Oh, right, what?
Absolute opposite.
Oh.
Yeah, skip forward to the beginning of that session going up now. Would be good.
Okay, right, okay. I might be able to organise that, even though I couldn't organise the start of this one, apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for being the admin.
Not advancing it because I couldn't.
What?
Yeah, I messaged you. I don't have admin. I'm not special.
Do? Oh my
Sam
goodness.
Blees does though, and as we know, he's very special, so he did it for me.
You've got the same privileges. What the hell? Anyway.
Not in the session. I may have on the league, but not in the session.
Maybe I have to look at that in future then. Okay. Well, thanks to Sam then. Anyway, you got all the thanks in the broadcast, so Sam can do one. But yeah, in that case, well, yeah, we will look forward to Alton Park then, and hopefully I've got enough money in my account to afford the session this time. We'll see. You know, anything can happen in a week.
Spent it all on trophies, Pete.
No, I really didn't.
No,
You've
not
seen
really.
the trophies. I really didn't. But anyway, we definitely look forward to that. Anybody you want to shout out to or thank before we let you go and start your practice for Alton Park?
Yeah, shout out to Sam for going through the Herculean effort of typing !advance.
Yes.
Clearly the biggest contribution to the forwardment of the organisation.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, thanks to everyone I was racing with. It was all really good stuff. As I say, the Boots and Boys were giving me the most grief during all that, and it was all good stuff. So yeah, looking forward to the tight and twisty, just mad nature of Alton Park. Hopefully it's going to be like that.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Alton Park is a beautiful circuit. It's in the heart of the English countryside. There isn't anywhere better to go and race a car.
And it's in these cars, it's hang on for dear life because it's that twisty and narrow. So going through cascades.
It could be more different from this place, could it? I mean, this is the polar opposite, really.
Well, Alton, sort of. Alton is kind of Honey, I Shrunk the Portimao. In terms of some of the corners are quite similar,
the carriageway is half as wide, and yeah,
it's like a Hornby version or something. Yeah.
I think Graham Farish is probably more the superlative to use in terms of size of railway carriages, but never mind. But yes.
Well, Gary Craig.
Well, get the Gary Craig version of Portimao. Absolutely that. There we go.
Just slightly smaller.
Maybe.
And not here.
Yeah. He's gonna make me pay for that on Friday. Anyway, fantastic racing tonight. We look forward to next week and seeing you hopefully winning the whole thing, not just your class. Alton Park.
That'd be nice, yeah.
Good, yeah.
Let it be so.
Yeah.
Pete has spoken.
I have, and my curses are strong. Jamie Wilson, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Well done, Jamie.
No Jamie Jeffrey. How is that? He's got a second and a third, and he's not in the chat. Never mind.
No.
Right, next up, we're going to speak to Chris Dixon. Good evening.
Good evening.
Evening, Chris.
So, we're going to go and find out where Chris finished in both races.
2 podiums.
2 podiums.
Happy with that.
2 podiums. Just waiting for this trip forward a second so I can see it. I want to see where you were overall, you see. Why won't it show me the second page? It'll only show me the first page. Damn you, foolish YouTube.
Technology at your fingertips.
If only it was, Alan. If only it was. But in the second race, we'll come back to the first race because it's running at the minute. It's trying to calculate where you were. No, it didn't trip over. I thought it had. You finished 20th. You were 3rd in class, I think. Yep. Brilliant.
Podium,
yeah. And a really competitive race. We saw you on a number of occasions fighting with, the rest of the work guard team, to be honest. It seemed like a good fun laugh back there. But Anthony Hilton kind of found form tonight is the best way to describe it.
That Audi down the straights was just unreal.
Oh, right. Okay.
He just the second race I stayed with him for about 2 laps. I think there was a car between us, but just couldn't keep up with them down the straights. It was just off, gone.
Right. Okay.
And, yeah, but I think that's the trait of the Audi in it. It's quite quick down the straights and heavy in the corners, but
Yeah, it's a bit of a house break when it's trying to turn, but and the Velocitor's got the advantage on it in that respect. But yeah, in the straight lines, it does what it needs to. It does what it says on the tin.
Lift, well, it's the gearbox as well, isn't it? That helps.
Yeah, well, it was 2 20th places, funnily enough, and second in class in the first of tonight's races. So you've done your championship hopes very well there. You're giving yourself a good lot of hope. Do you feel like you're tuning into the car and the series now, if you know what I mean? You're in quite a few races in. We've seen good performances improving over and over again, and it's not been the first time in recent races that you've topped the work guard, hierarchy of finishing cars.
yeah, I'm definitely improving, and that's probably thanks to Carl and some of the other lads who, like Pete's, helped out in practice and stuff. But it's mainly just getting track time. That's my problem. Yeah, and in the first race, I had a mad panic before the first race because I went out. I only had about 20 minutes of practice, and I went out and just couldn't keep the car on the track.
Oh.
Couldn't find the setup I had on Monday, and it was just I was doing like
just what you need.
Yeah,
All that
2 minutes,
pressure on,
10
yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
Anyway, Carl was like, just calm down. He said that was the setup. He said go and find it and put it on. Put the setup on. Went out in the qualifying and it was fine.
Right.
157.
Okay.
So it was a bit slower than what I was doing in practice on Monday. But
track conditions can do that though. It only needs to be a few degrees more, and it absolutely demolishes your lap times. So I wouldn't be too disheartened about that. Looking at optimal times and best lap times are relative to the conditions that you're driving in. It doesn't even matter about the people you're driving around. It's that ambient condition that you're driving in that makes the difference to your personal lap times on a lap. It sounds like I know what I'm talking about, Alan, doesn't it?
He sounds fantastic to me.
Right,
he does.
excellent. Right, okay.
And very perceptive and, as usual, incisive and brilliant observations by my superior partner here.
I don't know about superior, but we'll go with the rest of the statement.
I've got to because you do all the work. All I do is sit here.
Drink whiskey and talk. Yeah.
Drink whiskey and have a chat with me, mate.
Absolutely. But
well, I tell you, Chris, you did well, but a typical piece of great captaincy by Carl.
Yeah.
It's great to see you here and doing so well. And well, as long as you're enjoying the racing, that's the bottom line for me.
Yeah, so
I enjoy being out there in the car on this track with these racers. And if you're not, well, I don't know how you couldn't be, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to say that people don't know, but there's no team orders in the work guard squad. Everybody's racing. Chris has got his hands full. He's racing against Andy and Fee. They're not going to give anything away.
No, Fee
you have to race for it. You have to race for it. Of the pair of them,
In the best race, she just would not let me pass. And when Carl and Pete Van Gogh caught us up, I thought, right, I'll let them go, and I'll just pounce. Anyway, it worked. And I got past. If I hadn't done that, I would not have got past her. She was just defending, like she just didn't want me to pass because obviously I'm catching her up in the
points. Yeah.
So,
it's exciting. Exciting for the both of you. It's fun. Yeah. Great stuff.
Just had a message through off Anthony Hilton, and he said he was on wing 4. That's why he was quick down the straights.
Right. Okay. Well, he needs to get himself in this chat because
because he's done a fantastic drive tonight.
Oh, he has. Yeah, it was absolutely unbelievable. He was quicker than all of us in the AMs. He just left us.
Yeah, it was
a really good
outstanding performance by him.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate for Dave as well because Dave was quite quick, David Ayres, and he just had.
I can explain his lack of performance tonight. He used all his car battery in his light bulbs.
Yeah, as he always does.
As he always does. Yeah, absolutely right. But no, it's been terribly entertaining. We've got Alton Park next on the calendar. Do you know that track? I think you probably do. It's
Yeah, I love
regular.
Alton.
Yeah.
I do like Alton.
Good
A
stuff.
few times. So.
Hopefully it becomes familiar to you quickly, and then you can work on some fast laps out of that, and work on your racecraft around other cars, because that's what it's mainly about. It's knowing how close you can drive to the car in front without, making any contact, obviously.
Well, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm happy with that tonight as well, because I had very, very few incident points in the first race. I had none until I don't. Do they count after the flag?
They can do if not all races are over the line.
Ah, damn. I had no incident points until I went across the line, straight on in turn 1, pulled over and pushed the X button to exit, and I got an incident point for that.
Right.
Oh, well, we'll let you off with that one, I think.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens with that. But no, if the final car is over the line, you can wreck your car as much as you like. You won't generate incident points at all. You just got to be aware of who's still racing.
Yeah, I think they're about 6 seconds behind me, so it'll be borderline whether I get it or not.
Yeah, you might be lucky. Don't worry about it.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And in the second race, I only had 2, so
good.
It's good for the full night 3 if I get that one.
Well, driving in the same car that you were in was multiple series champion Sam Blees, who had a drive-through for incident points. So there's your comparison line.
Well, second race, there was quite a few of them on 14.
Was there?
Yeah.
Wow.
They were like, oh, stay away from me. I'm on 14. If I get one more drive-through.
You just give him a nudge at that point.
Yeah.
More freebies. Excellent. So I never said that, of course. We'll cut that out of the broadcast later, Alan. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Edit job.
We do that. We do that a lot. Yeah. Anyway. So anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, just yourselves as always for putting the stream on, and obviously all the viewers that are watching, and the results team for everything they've done to help me move forward. Yeah, and everyone else for racing basically. It's wouldn't happen without them.
No, absolutely right, and very well said. And just on viewership, it's an emotional time for me and BSTV tonight. A small tear rolled down my cheek just now as we hit 800 subscribers for the first time ever.
Nice.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, you don't get paid till 1,000, but never mind. We'll keep going.
We'll have to boost that then.
Yeah. Everybody create Smurf accounts. I never said that. But no, we look forward to seeing you racing again at Alton Park, and such a fantastic ride tonight on a double podium. Chris Dixon, everybody.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well done, Chris. Yeah, looking forward to that. Night.
Cool. And then, excuse me, in her final spot, in her usual spot, jeez, I am ill tonight, Alan, is Fiona Siddons. Good evening.
Pete, you're doing a fantastic job. Honestly, you are. I know you're not feeling very well. I can hear it, and, and your hair and you've toughed this out right to the end, and you did fantastic. And it's been a sparkling night, and
it's been a brilliant night. Let me find Fiona.
I'm feeling well. It's just I'm disappointed tonight.
Oh right.
Why?
Explain.
Why are you disappointed?
Just didn't have the pace at all.
Right. Is that through not being able to find the time for practice, or is that through
probably the fact that I've been racing the MX-5. I'd been testing all week round Nordschleife for the N24 and 2 rear-wheel drives, jumping this thing up for an hour's practice Monday night, and being front-wheel drive, it just messes with your brain a bit.
Well,
I enjoyed the racing. I'm just disappointed with my own pace. That's all.
Right. Okay. Well, some things just need to give sometimes, don't they?
Yeah.
And who are you racing with on the Nordschleife 24? I kind of already know one of them.
Oh, you know one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got Alan, Darryl Wright, Andy Littler. Can't remember who else is doing.
Callum's going to do some as well.
Yeah, Callum. Yeah.
They're all in-house drivers. It's nice. We
that's nice.
quite often have guests, but it's all in-house drivers, and We're going to have a go. It's probably my last 24-hour race. It will probably be the last one I could do, a 24-hour.
Oh, right.
It's
Okay.
my favourite track and car combination.
You don't have to do the whole 24, right?
Well, I don't. It's very hard. I love the
Yeah,
races. It's totally involving to me. To me, it's the highlight of sim racing. Endurance racing is to me the ultimate expression of sim racing, and it's the only kind of racing that I see that reduces grown men to tears on a regular basis.
Yeah.
But something I'll put a smile on Alan's face. I did a test today in the official iRacing practice for it.
Oh yes, I
And
saw.
I was eighth fastest.
Yeah, well done. I saw
Yeah,
you
very
did a
good.
good time. You did some really fast laps. So I was thinking, crikey.
Yeah, and I hadn't done any damage to the car doing that.
Yeah,
No,
right.
and I
Very
don't think
nice.
you should be feeling bad about a lack of pace tonight for you, because honestly, it was ton up city.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
The pace around this circuit was astonishing.
yeah.
It really was.
Them Audis was quick.
Yeah, in a straight line, they are pretty
Yeah,
rapid.
they was rapid. You could stay with them in the corner. As soon as you get to the straight, they're gone.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's look at the positives. One, you got through it. You were second in work guard. Oh no, you were third in work guard in the first one. I just started a conversation. Don't want to finish. Help me out. There's got to be an emergency pull cord on this conversation.
Yeah, and Andy spoiled my little podium. What I had, I made a mistake. Went deep into the corner before the last, and he got past.
That was on the last lap, though, wasn't it? Because we were watching you coming around the corner.
Yeah.
And then in the second race, you got second in your team. And were you second in class? You were third in class. Sorry. Yeah, you got a podium.
Was it? Did I?
Yeah, Renee,
Oh,
then
right.
Chris, then you.
Oh, I didn't think I was on the podium. I did get a podium. Hey, I'm happy now.
Right, that'll do. We'll take
Oh,
that.
there you go. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy now.
That is.
I didn't. I thought I'd missed the podium all night.
No,
Oh,
you
there
got
you
that
go. Pete. Happy days. Happy days. The perfect end to a perfect evening.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. You made my night now.
Excellent. Excellent.
But I'm not going to say anything. But you had one job to do.
Yes. Yes. I had to put
We'd all got the cars there and the engines warming up. No tractor race on.
No, I know. The thing was, I did my job perfectly well. I just didn't have any money in the account. So
you're not the first to do it. I did it when I was in BSR and
okay.
setting things up. I did that a time or two.
Well, it's not even the first time I've done it.
It's easy done when you're setting stuff up. It's not as easy as people think.
No.
Well, having no money in his account, Fee, honestly, who'd have thought it? A millionaire like Peter with no money in his account.
Millionaire, my eye. No way.
Well, you must be a millionaire buying them trophies. What you're buying?
Yeah, it's obvious.
Spent at least.
They're plastic coated, you know. They're rubbish. They aren't. They're plastic coated.
Yeah, genuine plastic.
Yeah, 100% non-recyclable plastic.
All them poor plastic animals dying to make a trophy.
I know. Yeah. They don't even use all the plastic animal either.
They're happy to give their lives up in such a worthy cause.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, as always, Fee, it's a brilliant experience having you in the racing league, and particularly in the chat. I love it when you come in your little slot at the end of it. We've got a few months till you go cheering on for your Sheffield Steelers, because the season doesn't start for a few months, does it? So we've got you for a lot longer, which is brilliant. And Alton Park next week, which is going to be a feast. It depends how much practice you're getting if you're doing the 24 Nordschleifer over the weekend. But yeah, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, you guys, everybody who does all the work in the background to make it possible, and everybody who's been watching, and congratulations on your 800 subscribers.
Oh, right, thanks.
Thank you.
It is a landmark for us. It's sim racing on a league which is, we don't make profit. We just pay for our own stuff.
Yeah.
If it wipes our face, then we're happy with it. and we get to put on a community like we've got going with BSTV, and that's what it's all about. It's not about money. So to get 800 subscribers is it's brilliant. Yeah.
Yes, it's purity, mate. It's purity.
It's a good achievement.
This league is all about purity. It's purity of purpose, purity of will.
Yeah,
for the love of the sport, for the love of the people, and it's something I'm proud to be associated with.
I've got my own channel. I do videos every day when I'm about, and I've only got up to 880 something. I think I've got to now, and that's what 6 years in the making.
Right. Okay. Yeah. It's still good though. That's still really good.
It's a slow grind to get there, but I think once you get to 1,000, it'll take off.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. But I'm happy with the 800 devoted and dedicated that have joined our number on YouTube, and I very much salute every one of them. As I do salute you, Fiona, and we will see you next time, hopefully for Best in Class in the AM category, next time at Alton Park. Fiona Siddons, everybody.
Yeah, good night, everybody.
Good night, Pete.
Good night, Alan.
So, Alan.
Yes, darling.
We have. This isn't going to be an easy one. It never is.
Not easy. I know I'm going to choose. Well, I've got one choice. I've got one firm choice, but you're likely to have it. But,
right. Well, I'm not going to mention anybody apart from. I don't know. There's a few people that feature.
Honestly, we should have 3 each tonight.
I know it was that good. To be fair, I'm just going to call one out at the minute, though. I think not because of time or anything like that. I'd happily talk to midnight. To be honest, there was a few people that featured in the could easily get a honourable mention / driver of the meeting. But for me, the overtakes that I saw him do and the way that he executed his 2 podiums tonight, Jamie Jeffrey did a fantastic job. Super smooth overtakes, very, very fair, no proper contact, as in, he wasn't muscling his way through the field. He was very selectively, like a connoisseur, making his way through a meal, choosing his positions and his timing very, very carefully, and he was excellent tonight. So fast in that Elantra. Jamie Jeffrey gets my vote. I don't need to speak about anybody else.
I don't think anybody. No, well, fantastic performance by Jamie tonight. But there's been so many, and we've just had a feast of fantastic racing. Both Jamies have done us proud, haven't they? We saw that fantastic drive by Stephen, fantastic drive by Miguel. Huge, fantastic drive by. Oh, you could go on forever, couldn't you, Spencer? But anyway, I'm giving my vote to Anthony because I was absolutely thrilled for him, and I thought he drove the wheels off his car tonight, and I'm chuffed and I'm delighted to be able to give him my vote.
Yeah, I already had my cursor hovering over his name, which is why he came onto the screen so fast. Because I knew that
you would.
He would have been he would have been my second choice. That was a very impressive performance from him to hold out into 2 classes above him at one point in terms of road position. That's really remarkable, and I think you've invested your points excellently well there. Very, very good vote, and a very, very good driver. Hopefully he stays with us for a massive amount of time. I can see good potential in that boy. He'll be out of that class in no time, I think. So well done, Alan, for picking that one out of the bag. In terms of us now, obviously we go to Alton Park next week for this series. I'll be generating the new promotional video for season 17 of TCR in the next few days. So look out for that on YouTube. Hopefully we can generate even more attendance than we've had in the last 2 seasons, which have been remarkable. The Pro-Am, Pro and Am categories have definitely done what they needed to in terms of keeping people interested. But for tonight, I think all eyes look towards Spencer McCarthy for the top of the championship in Pro. And all eyes look to Miguel, and a big thank you for letting us drive around his back garden. It mustn't be easy letting all these people into your personal and private property. I don't like it it when the postman
Yeah.
turns up. So having however many people it's been tonight, like having a stare at your back garden, it's just remarkable. So thank you, Miguel. And thanks to you, Alan. Again, it's been a blast, and you've been a massive contributor to my enjoyment of Wednesday evenings for many, many months now, if not years. And thanks to the people who turn up and watch. It's been a blast.
Yes, absolutely. I was going to actually mention them in my goodbye because isn't it been great, the people we've had in the chat? Isn't it been lovely having these people turning up to come and watch these races? I can't tell you how good it makes people feel when you go to the trouble to turn up and leave a message. And it's just magic. And thank you for doing that. We really do appreciate it. And yeah, what a fantastic night. I'm a happy boy. I'm going to treat myself to another small scotch tonight. I don't normally, but it's just a special night and I'm going to have another little one. So I'm looking forward to my bed, but a small scotch first.